Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Let me see. Are we live? Are we good? Testing. 1, 2, 3. Let me see. Is this being streamed? Is it live on the street? Let's see.
The mic seems good.
The mic seems good. The level's good. Let's hope. Is it broadcasting? Okay. Oh, we broadcasting. All right.
Crispy fish taco beer batter is made with
Okay. For a minute, I was kind of nervous. All right. For a minute, I was like, "Yo, what's going on here?" You know,
Hello, Puerto Rock. How you been?
Let's see who we got. We got Yusas up in here. What's up? Let's see. What's going on, chat? Let me see something. How we looking? P-Rock, voice is low. Your panel's volume is normal. All right. Let me see. Let me make a quick adjustment. Let's see. Testing. How's that? Let's go.
So,
Good now? Hey, say something. Hey, Yusas, you go speak.
yeah, Puerto Rock. So, how do you feel that this might be the last Xbox console we'll ever witness in the gaming industry?
I doubt it. Anyway, that's not the topic. Relax.
No, I know that's not the topic. I know that's not the
Relax.
topic, but
Relax.
I had to realize, like,
I-
we're not gonna get another Xbox
Well,
console.
yeah, we are. Yeah, we are.
Well, you'll see. You'll
Yeah,
see.
we are. How are we not gonna get another Xbox console?
Because what's the call? And this is coming from King Thrash. He said,
What do you mean?
Microsoft wants to go third party. They try to put their games on PlayStation for years.
Oh man, listen. Let me help you out here.
And then
Let me
they
help you
just
out
got
here.
rid of the $1 Game Pass.
Xbox will always put out hardware.
Let me help you out here. All right.
They already advertising no consoles.
Let me help you out here. Let me listen, man. This is why I'm your only friend in these YouTube streets. I said, let me steer you the right way. Will there be a time where all these companies don't want to worry about hardware? Sure, absolutely. Because research and design, it costs them billions. It costs them a lot of money to push out hardware. And every time they push out hardware, they sell it at a loss. Now, Sony and Nintendo do it better than Microsoft, clearly, because especially Nintendo. Nintendo, I think, is the best at it because they don't push out hardware at a loss because they don't really push out powerful hardware to begin with. So they don't lose no money on anything. In fact, if anything, they probably make profit day one, right? Because they don't worry about the whole power thing, right? But let's exclude Nintendo and let's talk Sony.
Yo,
right?
P-Rock, you
Sony,
coming out mad low on the stream.
I'm mad low still.
Yeah, I was listening for a little bit. You was a little bit too low.
All right. Hold on.
Like you perfectly fine on Discord, but on the stream it sounds very low. So I don't know what it is.
So it's the stream. What the hell? What's going on here? Hold on. Should be fine here. All right. Let's see. Let me do this.
He's already advertising no more consoles. We could just play Game Pass on TVs, on PC, all that bullcrap.
But him advertising that stuff doesn't necessarily mean he's still gonna stop the console. One doesn't change the other. And that's what I'm trying to tell people. Both can be done. Give me a second. Let me look at this recording. All right, let me look at here. Let me here. Levels. Why is this? Okay, let me go here. All right. All right, Chad, let me know if it's better now. I may have to just get a new mic. Who knows? So let me go back. Let me go back to what I'm saying. Let me go back.
Why would you turn down Spider-Man when you had the opportunity?
Listen, because this was what 2014, and Microsoft sucked ass. There you go. I mean, don't go. But one doesn't mix with the other, right? Like I said, right now,
changed.
the number one growth for Game Pass is the console, right? Because again, number one, people can advertise cloud gaming all they want. No one's really, well, let me put it this way. The momentum to make cloud gaming the main way to play games isn't happening. No one's adopting cloud gaming as the primary way to play games. At best, Cloud gaming right now is kind of like a side companion to people who have hardware, but they're not home to play it. That's really the only people I see playing. Oh yeah, I love cloud gaming. And I ask them, do you have a PC, Xbox, or whatever? They're like, yeah, exactly. You probably play cloud gaming when you're at work or at school or on traveling. That I get. But when you're home, sitting in wherever you sit at, guess what you're playing on? You're playing on that console. And right now, most gamers, that's what they want to play on. They want to play on that hardware that sits under the TV. I even ask a lot of Xbox guys, right, that try to push this cloud gaming. I ask them one simple question, right? And I have yet to get this answered. I simply ask them, hey, who on your friends list that's also on Xbox that's playing with you? You play with them, multiplayer, you talk to them on, on chat, whatever, right? On party chat. Give me one person that's on your friends list that is exclusively playing Xbox. They have no PC, they have no console, but they're on, on their phone, through xCloud. And none of them have not one. I'm asking for one goddamn Xbox friend. One. And none of them could point to that one friend that is exclusively playing Xbox on the cloud. That's it. No hardware whatsoever, meaning no console, listen, no PC. It doesn't exist.
My point remains. Not a lot of people buy Xboxes, is what you just said.
No, but no. I did not say that. I did not say that at all, Yusas. I did not say,
my man, you just twisted my man whole word.
Did you not hear the words? I feel like Jackie Chan up in here. I didn't say that at all. I did not say that at all. At all.
But that's what I heard, though. That's what I heard, though.
Yo, y'all listen. Y'all on that opium, bro. Y'all bought a bad batch. I don't know what the hell y'all doing. Yo, like, that's not what I said at all. What I'm saying is right now, Microsoft needs a console, regardless if Sony's selling better. Right now, the growth of Game Pass is attached to the console. So they're not getting rid of that, and Sony's not getting. There's some people saying they won't be a PlayStation 6.
Well, if they're not making enough money from their consoles, what's the whole point of having the console if they're making money from Game Pass? That's what I'm saying. They're gonna go third party, like my boy Keith Thresh said on his
what are you talking
podcast
about?
4 years ago.
Listen, if they were gonna go third party, then why are they putting Starfield on PlayStation? Because that's what a third party would do. Third party would put Starfield on PlayStation.
It's eventually gonna happen.
Right?
It's eventually going to happen.
That. I'm asking you if they were going to go third party, why are
they're not making money off of Game Pass either.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying? But what I'm saying is, if they were going to go third party puts games on PlayStation. If there was any console to put your games on, it's PlayStation. That's third party knows that. So why aren't they putting their games on PlayStation if they're third party?
I think Microsoft is setting up for contingencies just in case if they go.
Listen,
third party down in the future.
That I could.
But I don't think they're going to get rid of the console. Even if they did do that, I don't think they're getting rid of the console.
Like they're dying to put
that. I could agree. I could agree that's like, if whatever you're doing don't really work out, that could be a good backup plan. They could be like, you know what? Screw it. We got to do what we got to do. Put the games on PlayStation. Put the game on Nintendo. Because their primary plan of Game Pass may not work out. So they got to have a contingency plan if shit don't work out, right? Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? So that I agree.
The thing is, if we are saying Microsoft is going to go third party, we can say the same thing for PlayStation because they're already going third party.
I mean,
with MLB The Show, with Destiny 2.
You know what's funny?
With Bungie games.
Right? Because Sony's just a lot slower than Microsoft. Microsoft just said, our games is for the streets. Nah. Sony's like, you can make out with my girl. We'll start there. You know what I'm saying? So who knows where everything's going, But I do firmly believe they would like to cut the cord and get rid of hardware and just completely rely on the cloud because it's much cheaper for them, right? They never have to worry about our hardware ever again.
Yo, can I stop this cap real quick, man? PlayStation Nation, man.
What's up?
Stop it with this MLB decision, 505 decision. PlayStation owns the IP.
Yeah.
They can decide where the IP is going. Yes, there's probably deals that's going on as far as like where the game is being distributed. That's why it's on Xbox or it's probably on Game Pass. But PlayStation is already agreeing to the game. It's their game. It's their IP. It's a licensed game. You know what I mean? I don't know how many times I have to explain this shit. in
Wait,
layman's term for people.
hold on.
So to
You
be
just said
honest,
that there's a bunch of nuance, and then you're asking people, yeah, forget the nuance anyway.
there is no the nuance.
Also,
is
look at this, Jaybari.
I didn't mention any nuances.
So
You
it's
just
like this.
did. You were
So
like,
no,
oh,
no,
it's
no,
the
no.
IP, but it's a licensed game, and they have
And
different
see, that's the
distribution
thing.
deals,
So-
and then
so
you did
it's- so
this
it's
and there's that.
Spider-Man.
But
No,
also, fuck on that.
So no, here's the thing.
Listen to
Here's the
this.
thing.
Listen to this.
J-Bar, no,
Oh.
J-Bar, you are correct. The show is their IP.
Yes.
But the IP means
Yes.
nothing without the MLB license. It means nothing.
Precisely.
Yeah,
Without
that's
that-
why I said it's a licensed IP,
yeah.
but they own the IP. No
Yeah,
different
they-
than Spider-Man.
Yeah.
No
but
different than Gran Turismo.
Okay, yeah, but this is a
It's
little bit
all
different.
licensed.
This is not the same because if the MLB says, you know what, we're done, we're giving the license to 2K. Sure, Sony can still make the show, but who the hell's gonna buy it? It doesn't have no real baseball players. They can't use real baseball players. They can't. use the
Yeah,
Yankees.
that's
see,
perfectly
so-
perfectly
so-
understandable because
so-
it's
so-
licensed. It's
Yeah,
licensed.
so the show specifically is like it's like football without the NFL, like 2K football, because they gave the license to Madden. There is no more 2K football because who's gonna make 2K football? It's pointless, right? So let's say if Sony loses the license, you're not gonna see the show no more. They're not gonna bother with it. It's useless.
This is why
Yeah.
I try to put it in layman's terms
Yeah.
when it comes to Spider-Man. Marvel Spider-Man is a PlayStation owned IP. It's a licensed game. No different than what you just saying.
Yeah.
With MLB the show, Marvel says like, "Yo, we pulling Spider-Man away. You're not going to make a Marvel Spider-Man."
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
But it's
So
still a
that's the thing,
PlayStation IP. So I don't
Yeah.
understand why there's nuance. Yeah, because I'm trying to make it in layman's terms so people can understand. Because people don't understand owning
Well, what's your
IPs and
point?
business side of things.
What is your point?
No, I saw in the comment section somebody was like, "Oh, but it's whatever."
But also, I wanted to
person's
say
decision.
this, J-Bar, because Phil Spencer's job was to make games, but what he has been doing is buying publisher and putting on
Wait, how
Game
did you
Pass
get to
and
that
delivering
conversation from this?
and delivering
No,
to
bro.
other platforms.
Listen, Yusas, man.
Yusas, you just like
Yusas, you
which
need
conversation
therapy,
are you
bro.
in?
Like, you better get over this shit.
You
Like,
finishing off
you
what
gotta get
I was
over
saying.
Phil Spencer quick. Like, you need some therapy. Listen,
Okay, so
No,
we're talking
hold
about
on,
Jaybari
Hold on.
and his issue about the
No,
IP.
and respectfully
I don't
to
have an
Polaroid
issue.
fans and all.
I understand and perfectly.
Okay, no, I don't even mean you have an issue. I mean you were having a conversation about that, and then this guy's about Phil Spencer.
Brother,
The
man,
fuck?
there's nothing we could do. There's nothing we could do. Microsoft got $2 trillion. And if they say, fuck it, if the only thing we got is money to win this shit, then oh well, that's what they're gonna do. We can't stop it.
Man,
You know what I'm
just-
saying? If
y'all-
we can't
y'all-
make the games,
y'all
they're
just
just
don't
gonna
like
buy
your
them.
old school lifestyle, man.
What?
Y'all don't like your old school lifestyle, how life
What
used
you
to be
talking
back in the
about?
days
I
where
Brother, man.
you had to
I just
buy this
wanna know-
platform to
Man,
play this
this
game.
guy,
How do we
man,
go into
talk about
this
some
again?
back in the
I just wanna
days
know
when
how we
I
got
was
back in
young, I'm
this.
not a kid anymore, but some days I see in which I was a kid. Bro, those days are over. Back in the days, I was
No,
wearing
not
Tim
for me,
boots
man.
and call canais. Those days are over, all right? I had my 8-ball jacket and triple fat goose. Those days are over. We moved on, you know? It's just, it is what it is. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? We traded in the Tim boots and the baggy pants, you know, for Crocs and skinny jeans. It's different. It's a different time, you know. I don't know what I'm gonna say. You know what I'm saying? Oh, you go like that. He goes, unless Sony has an exclusive contract with the MLB, anyone can make MLB. That is true, Trash, as long as MLB says so. You see what I'm saying?
Anybody can make an MLB
In
game,
fact, yeah. No, well, anybody can make a baseball game.
a
There's
baseball
difference.
game. Yeah,
A baseball game. Remember, we used to have a whole bunch of those during the
we
Genesis.
still
and
have them. We have a whole
Super-
bunch of
yeah,
baseball
they
games.
have all these random, you know, superstar baseball, all these weird shit with no name players and all that shit, right? But you don't get. It's all about the license. Like anybody can make a football game, but do you have the NFL license? That's really what it's all about. It's about the license and stuff like that. And now all these sports organizations, like back in the days, they used to hand out licenses, and you can make. Remember, back in the days, they had. Remember, we used to have Madden and 2K football. We used to have 2K baseball, RBI baseball, and the show. So we used to have multiple licenses. But you know, these sports organizations found that just giving the license to just one company, and then that's the only game to sell, they made more money that way because it was pretty much. I mean, it's not a monopoly, but technically that's what ended up happening. So like EA got the monopoly on football, 2K got the monopoly on NBA games, PlayStation got the monopoly
PlayStation had the monopoly on baseball. Yep.
Yeah, you see what I'm saying? So even though it's not a monopoly, but that pretty much is what ended up happening because it's all about that one license. Without the license, ain't nobody give a fuck. Like, the hell I'm gonna play it? Like, imagine playing football game. What the hell, I'm gonna play the Chattanooga Tigers? Like, who? I'm playing this shit. You know, that's why in those games, regardless how good or how bad, they're always gonna sell because you don't have competition. You have nowhere else to go. So, a 1 year Madden could be shit. People are still gonna play it. They'll complain, but they're still gonna play it because it's really. I mean, fuck. What was it? Madden 2021 has stadiums from 2019. Literally.
All I want people to do is stop with the feel good comments.
Yeah.
We gotta realize PlayStation when it comes to certain IPs and games, they want it to go third party. They want it to go on other platforms. It's the direction that they're going.
That doesn't matter if they don't have the choice though. Like
yeah, they do have the choice.
Either make it on Xbox or don't make it at all.
All right, so why didn't Marvel do the same option?
Well, I think
because Marvel clearly didn't decide that was something they needed to do, but still the choice wasn't up to PlayStation.
Well,
Marvel can come to PlayStation and say, "I want you to put this on all platforms." Then
they could,
they could. Yeah. That's exactly what they could do.
But I'm saying they're not going to do it. I'm saying that you guys are saying that PlayStation will have a say-so with their own IP is completely ludicrous. I'm not saying that MLB doesn't make certain decisions and make certain deals.
That's literally what we're saying because we're right.
MLB the show. I think MLB's like, hey, we don't want to be the only sports game,
bro.
Because
I'm telling you without telling you, but I'm telling you, this is not something I'm just making up. Yeah, I'm not making it up. No, I'm not, because I speak to the people that was doing the deals, Marvel deal and MLB deals. So I'm telling you what it is, but y'all just want to feel good.
So wait a minute, hold on. So let me just so I could get some clarification. So you're saying Sony said, yeah, put this on Xbox?
Yeah, they came to an agreement to put everything. MLB's on everything on Switch on everything.
No. What I'm asking is, Sony said, hey, MLB, we want to put this on Xbox. They went to MLB.
Absolutely.
They went to MLB and said, "Hey, MLB, we want to put this on Xbox."
No,
not the other.
I'm not. PlayStation has a part with them going third party as well when it comes to MLB the show.
No. That's not the one I'm asking. Let me put it this way: the idea.
No, it's not. It's not what you're asking. Is what I'm telling you. You're trying to divert it to make it seem like it's something else.
I just need clarification. Somebody said, "Hey, this game needs to go to Xbox and PC and Nintendo Switch." Who did that? Was it MLB or was it Sony?
Both.
Who did it first? Who did it first is what he's saying.
Both.
Both of them went at the same time. They were like, hey, we should put this on all platforms. They're like, oh, bro, I was thinking the same thing.
I think the answer's simple. It's in MLB's best interest to have that game everywhere. And then Sony's like, fuck it, we'll do it.
And it's PlayStation that makes the IP.
Well, yeah.
It's PlayStation game that makes the game. And they also agreed. No, it's not becoming circle.
But
of course they agree because without it, they can't make it.
No, they agree.
It is not.
They don't really have.
It is not anything. It's not anything circular. I'm telling you what it is. Regardless of how you want to chop it up, regardless of how you want to do it.
But listen,
it is what it is.
Once more, you're wrong. You can keep saying it is what it is, but we all get you're wrong. That's all there is to it.
I think what just ended up happening was MLB's like, hey. This is not really good for our brand. We want this game in more places, similar to Madden, whatever. This is what's best for the MLB. Sony's like, all right, cool. If this is what it takes for us to keep the license, we'll make it happen. What platforms you want it on? And then they probably went as far as, but we're not publishing on the other platforms, which they don't.
What did you say though? What did you say before you said everything, P-Rock?
They agreed. Or MLB went to.
No, you said I think. I'm not thinking. I'm telling you.
No, doesn't that.
Without any proof, that doesn't mean anything. We can move on now.
Bro, you can believe it if you want to believe it. I don't really give a fuck. I'm telling you what it is.
I don't believe it. I want you to know that I don't believe it. I'm not being circular about my conversation.
I want you to know. I don't really give a fuck. I'm telling you what it is.
Then why are you even talking about this? I'm saying let's move on.
No, because I'm trying to make people get in reality. of
This-
the
okay,
situation.
No one believes you.
So
now
then,
we
so
can
let me
move
say
on.
this is
All
why
right,
it don't
you
make
can don't
sense.
believe
All
me
right,
in what?
so
I
help
know
me
I
out,
had
Jaybari.
I know I had conversations with
All right,
people
so Jaybari,
I'm
that
so
ran the
happy for
company.
you.
Hold
I
on,
am so
Jaybari,
happy for you that happened.
No, Jaybari, no. Besides that, hey, don't get personal. We're just having a conversation. But let me ask
Hey,
you,
I'm
this one
not
don't make
getting
sense.
personal. I didn't
This,
insult him.
this,
I just
this,
said I'm happy for him.
this is where I don't make sense. Then, right? Sony's trying to stop games from going to Game Pass, but their own game that they make is fine to be on Game Pass.
No, because that game right there, the distribution, yeah, PlayStation is making the game, but distribution, that's all funded by MLB on X or other platforms. They're
But
not funded
Sony-
on other platforms.
But Sony stopped other people from distributing their games to Game Pass. Yet they let MLB go on Game Pass. And that's
No,
even
no,
a
no.
slap in the
What,
face.
whatever,
Listen, that's even
whatever,
a slap in the
whatever
face, technically.
PlayStation.
Think about it though.
No,
That's a slap
no,
in the
that-
face because the game Sony makes is not even day one on their own shit.
bro,
So
that's like saying,
technically-
look at. No, it depends on distributions and all that stuff. When it comes to third party and all that stuff, PlayStation doesn't pay for distribution. Regardless of if they agree to go to the game on the platforms, no different than Death Stranding. Death Stranding went into PC Game Pass. That's an IP they own, but they're not distributing the game on PC. But that doesn't mean that they didn't agree.
But what I'm saying is they have put efforts to prevent games from going to Game Pass through marketing deals and whatever. Yet,
Yeah,
they're
third party games.
Yeah. But yet their own shit, their own title, they didn't stop from going into Game Pass. Which, in my opinion, if there was any game to stop going Game Pass, it would be their own game because they look stupid. I'm gonna be honest.
No,
every time that game goes to Game Pass, Sony looks dumb every single year. Because their own game is being enjoyed on the subscription service for their
there's a difference though,
but not for their own fan base. So their own fan base, like for example, all you PlayStation Plus, it don't really matter to me because I don't subscribe to extra or premium. But all you premium guys, Xbox are enjoying a first-party PlayStation games, and you guys aren't. It is what it is. I'm just regular PS Plus.
there is a difference though, because when it comes to those games that you're bringing up with a third party, they are paying for marketing rights and exclusive rights. So they are more insensitized to keep that people buying that game on their platform. Like I said, when it comes to the other platforms with their games that they own, they are not distributing that. They are not publishing that. They are having these other people
But what I'm
publishing.
saying is, if Sony,
So it's a big difference. It's not a one-to-one like you guys are trying to make it seem.
I think it is.
I want to just clarify that I now believe Jaybari. His lack of evidence has convinced me.
What I'm saying is,
I'm on his side now. I'm on his side.
Hold on. I think one of the games is Resident Evil. If you're willing to ensure Resident Evil is not on Game Pass, but you don't care your own first party game is on Game Pass, I just don't see the common sense. Because again, Resident Evil could be on Game Pass and it doesn't matter. But when you have your own,
but
like you
they
said,
are paying for marketing rights on Resident
yeah,
Evil.
Yeah, but Sony owns MLB The Show, which you just said it's their IP. But guess who?
Yes, but they are not paying to market on Xbox. They're not paying to distribute it on Xbox.
But guess who's not playing their own first party show on the premium tier? PlayStation gamers. Xbox gamers are the competitor. The competing platform is getting more out of MLB The Show than the very fan base that supports.
Oh yeah, I agree. I agree that 100%.
That's why I think at the end of the day, MLB has the leverage.
It's not a thing. It's not a thing.
All the leverage. I think it is. I'm just saying. I think
MLB. I'll have a private conversation with you, P. Rock.
I'm just saying. I just think MLB came in and said, hey, "This is what we need to do." When you look at it from Sony's perspective, think about it. Look at it from Sony's perspective. Their studio, that's the only shit they make. They're designed to make MLB The Show every year. That's literally the whole point of San Diego studios. If they lose the license, the hell they're gonna do? They're gonna convert the studio into making like a AAA game every 4 years. That's money lost because that studio is designed to make a AAA game every single year.
Oh yeah, 100%.
That's why I think. That's 100%. The show, that's why I think. I think case by case basis, but I don't think Sony volunteered to be like, hey, put MLB The Show on Xbox, Nintendo, and everything. I think MLB say this is what we're doing. Sony's like, all right, fuck it, we'll do it.
No, when it comes to their live service games, yes, you're going to see more of it too.
You're gonna
100%.
So let's say you're gonna see Naughty Dog go to Xbox. So factions.
No,
go
you
to
might not
Xbox?
see Naughty Dog go to Xbox. No, but they're definitely gonna be PC day one. We already know that.
Well, yeah, but we've been know that. The whole PC we know that was already. I mean, Sean Layden said that, and that was Sean Layden said that.
It's clicking.
No, but when I'm saying Sean Layden said that that the move
It's
to
Shaw Lady said a lot. That's why I'm telling you what it is.
on your own podcast, So I don't know. It's a good one, man. Anyway, what's up, man? What's going on? My
Yeah, I got bad information, guys. Don't worry.
Okay.
The head of PlayStation
No,
told me
no,
wrong
no.
information.
I support Jaybari in this.
Nah, you don't need support me. I don't need your support.
First of all, sir, you convinced me by presenting absolutely zero evidence. I have never seen such a move. I believe you.
Listen, man. Jaybari, Jaybari is one of two people that runs the best PlayStation podcast, period. So show some respect. All right?
That's why I support him, even though he doesn't need it.
The thing, I know I can get another person that's in the know that spoke to another person.
Listen.
They could tell you the same thing. I know that for sure.
Matter of fact, you don't even need to. I believe.
I know, because guess what? You got to tell me what you think. I'm going to tell you what I know.
And you see, with such words, how could I argue?
Hold on.
What could I say?
Australia, they play cricket. What does he know? I'm playing.
Right? Dumbass sports, by the way.
They play cricket. All right.
I used to play cricket back in the day when I was
the cheeks.
God, I hate that sport.
Jesus Christ, with the super chat. He says P-Rock lost the will to fight. New PS generals lost the will to fight. Bro, there's no war. It's over. We have to wait till 2028 to start this shit over. You know what I'm saying? But shout out to the chat. Hey, is the sound got better? Let me know. Hopefully. The cheek splitter again. He said Bari is speaking facts right now. So you got the cheek splitter on your side, Bari. The cheek splitter.
Oh, yo, it's P-Rock. Yo, really and truly, you got the funniest people super chat.
I don't know. I got my chat is crazy.
I already told you that, man. I already told Porter.
I think people create names just to super chat you. Like,
I think so, bro. I think they just want me to read it. I think that's like I don't get it. It's craziness. Anyway, let's go right here. Yo, J-Bar, how you been, brother? What you been up to?
Oh yeah, I'm good, man. Playing this Resident Evil, you know what I mean? Just Platinum Octopath Traveler 2. So now I can, once I finish Resident Evil, I get back in this Wulong and some VR. You know what I mean? Just having a good time playing these games, man. The vibes. Oh yeah, Chia, great game too, man. Loving that. So yeah, I'm just gaming, man.
All right, no doubt.
I got work. I gotta go in the office tomorrow. Though. I'm not really happy about that, but it is what it is.
Oh, they got you out. You were teleworking?
I just gotta go in the office. I got like few meetings and stuff like that to do.
No, I was like, let me find out. Let me find out they had you teleworking. Now they say, hey, you got to come back. And like, for what? Just because.
Oh, nah. It's just two days out the month. I go in. You know what I mean? Just make sure everybody's all right in the team and all that.
You got to deal with that New York traffic, and you're like, or you take the train to work.
Exactly. Nah, I drive to work.
Oh man! So then that New York traffic, you're like, this shit is trash. All right, brother, man. It's good hearing you, man. Okay. Hey, Extreme, what's going on, my brother?
Hey guys, how are you doing? I'm glad to be here. I am glad that my understanding of debates and how they work has been completely reshaped by Jaybari. Thank you for the knowledge.
Here we go.
Thank you, sir. I just finished cleaning my bicycle, and that's a very meditative experience. I have another bicycle to clean, and I'm going to reflect on the fact that Jaybari can, without any evidence, convince all of us, me especially, that he was right. It was wonderful. It was so good to see.
I normally am right.
We're
gonna prove that later when he bring up one of these topics.
Listen, man. I'm just glad you have. I'm just glad you're here. I'm so glad.
I'm glad I'm here too, because we gonna definitely rub it in your face for sure.
For sure, man. Let's go, sir.
Man,
let's do it.
So much. Listen, man. We're all PlayStation family here, man. We just lost Call of Duty.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely. We just lost Last of Us.
We lost Last of Us. You know what I'm saying? And, it's going down. The end is nigh. Oh man! Shout out to Tommy Bull. He says FF16 looking nice, inspired by DMC and God of War. It's looking sweet. I ain't gonna lie. It already got people in their fields. I'm like, yo, why is everybody all upset? I mean, it's craziness. Just like how Jaybari said. All right, now Yusas. This guy in his
hello, you guys. Hello.
You and your
I
Craziness.
appreciate Porter Rock. You know, Porter Rock's the GOAT of doing his podcasting. I appreciate his fans. You know, even though your fans keep trolling me, but you know, I troll
Yeah.
with them respectfully because
They
they
beat
grew
your
they
legs.
were invested into your community, your content. But you know, right now I'm in the process where, and again, I'm gonna keep proving Porter Rock wrong. I'm at the point where this is gonna be my last Xbox console because
Did
we're
you say
not gonna see
keep?
another Xbox
You
console.
said the
I'm
word
gonna
keep
invest to a
proving me
PC.
wrong? You
Say
remember
that
you proved me
again.
wrong the first time. In order to keep, you have to establish. Remember when you
I already
established me being
I'm
wrong?
telling you, we're not gonna see another Xbox console.
Oh my god.
Okay, that's a bold claim.
That's a easy.
I'm gonna have to invest to a PC
I'll
now.
give you a hit. When you shoot your shot, I give you that. But you don't go for the safe play. My man said he's at the 10-yard line. He's still gonna throw that Hail Mary. Oh shit. Dang, Yusas. This dude is crazy. Hello? Everybody quiet?
Yo, PlayStation's doing everything that Xbox is already doing, right? They've been doing it when it comes to cloud and
Hey, why is my
you
volume
know.
so low? I can't say my volume's low. You guys,
Let me listen
we're in the
again.
winter Discord, right?
It sounds good.
What are
Yeah.
you using? It sounds good to me. What are you using? Streamlabs or using OBS?
Streamlabs.
I'll just crank up whatever your mic is a little bit.
Dude, that shit's all the way. Hold on, that shit's all the way up on the mixer.
I don't know. Maybe y'all turn up your phones or y'all shit. I don't know.
Get speakers, guys.
he said, turn up your damn phones. I don't know what to tell ya. Let's see. Yeah, everything.
Oh, am I louder than everybody? I turn my shit
I
down.
hear you. No, you're good. Let's see. Source. Everything is.
Oh, you saying I
Okay,
got
they say
loud?
that everybody
Yeah,
else is loud. So
man, this thing is jacked, man. I can't stand Windows. Let's see.
Oh yeah, I sound super loud, and I'm like my mic is super low.
Okay, no. Let me. I'll adjust you in the Discord. We'll fix this out. All right. This is what we'll do right now. We'll hit up the first topic. Since you mentioned it, we'll talk about The Last of Us and PC. Once again, me breaking Extreme's legs like I told them will happen.
wait, how did I get involved in this conversation?
Man,
What happened?
Podcast. That was your first
What happened?
getting stomped out.
He forgot. He forgot.
Yeah, you forgot.
No, I haven't forgotten anything. Just tell me what the update is. I haven't been paying attention.
Once again, Naughty Dog proclaiming their love for PC and working with PC so that way the games could come out. And considering that, from what I'm hearing, the game didn't come out too well.
Yep.
PC gamers
Yep, I heard about that.
Yeah,
P-Rod, you being nice to Extreme right now. Extreme came out
No,
podcast and he said that
hold on, man.
Naughty Dog would never put games on PlayStation and PC day and date. They will never do that.
I never said that. My
yes,
God.
You did.
No,
that's why P-Rock had that whole breakdown for you. Hold on, this is where they going.
Hold on. Let me clarify what I said because clearly your memory.
They are creating PlayStation and PC games.
I said this. If there is a situation, and again, pay attention. If there's a situation where
we got the tapes.
Where the PlayStation 5 can do something and the PC minimum spec can't go up to that level, then they will prioritize the PlayStation 5 version anyway. That was the entire debate. I never argued about whether games will go day and date on PC. I just say that the PlayStation 5 is the priority and shall remain the priority.
Well, not according to Naughty Dog.
Not to them. They're gonna get need.
I am literally reading the statement here, and I see nothing that says, "Hey, by the way, the PC is our primary platform."
No,
which was my entire point.
They are working on both of them together.
I never argued that. I literally never argued that.
You're missing your whole point. You saying priority. There's no priority between PC and PlayStation.
Why I argued that day was that once you get into PC, you're gonna make more PC games. They are going to be more like a third-party environment where they're gonna consider both platforms as they're making the games because that is the most efficient and best way. That's like I even played out a scenario. When remember the scenario saying that I'm a game publisher and you work for me as a developer, and I told you, Extreme, I need you to make a game for this, but I also need you to include PC. and then you said, no, I'm only going to focus on console, then I'd be like, well, you're
No,
fired.
no, no. I said, no, no.
I even
Listen,
gave you
listen,
that
listen. The entire
scenario,
crux.
but
I remember
hold
everything
on,
you're
but I gave you that
saying. The
scenario
entire
to
crux of
go.
my argument
Now,
was this: if the game developers at the PlayStation first-party studio can do something, right, that the PlayStation 5 is technically able to do, but their PC targeting minimum spec cannot do, that they would choose to focus on a PlayStation 5 in that event. Literally everything else that you guys are saying, oh, they will do it day and date, oh, they're working in tandem with PC, everything else, I agreed with you.
No, you didn't.
It was only
No,
in
you
that
didn't.
specific
No, you
scenario that I
didn't.
was
No,
like, hey,
you
guess
did
what?
not.
They are still PlayStation first party
Yeah,
at
we didn't
the,
have a
at
whole
the
hour conversation because you agreed.
Whoa, yes,
You did
because you
not.
guys were just focused
Because
on
I,
one thing and you
no,
happened to be
because
wrong. And I
Because
was,
no,
oh my
because I
God. Okay,
even
you
gave
know
you
what?
that
You know what?
scenario. I even gave you that scenario, and you said yourself, "No, I would focus on a console." And then I'm like, "Well, then you would be
Yes,
fired.
in that
You would be
event, in that
fired."
specific event, because the entire conversation started with
Good.
PC will now be holding back the PlayStation 5. And I was like, no, it doesn't have to, because they can always wait for PC to catch up to whatever the minimum spec
They're
should
not doing
be
that.
for that feature to be possible. Like, I know you guys are like, you're big into like talking first and listening later,
No,
but
let me put it
maybe
this
go
way.
back,
Let me
maybe
put it.
go back.
Let me put it
Right.
this way. We already proved, right? Because Returnal was supposed to be whatever, right? And it's not on a very high end PC. Like the game is playable on hardware that's weaker than the PS5. So this whole thing of like the PS5 would be the minimum benchmark for PC, I don't believe that's true at all. I don't think that's ever going to happen. I think they're going to make concessions. It is what I think, because most gamers won't notice. But Returnal is playable on PC, and the specs that you can play the game on is on PCs that's not up to spec with a PS5. You know,
I
I'm not
don't
saying it's
think
on
that
PC shit.
Returnal
I'm not saying it's not
is
on.
a valid comparison
I'm
here,
saying it's
but
not. Why
okay.
not? That game is built for the PS5. It's not built for the PS4. It was built exclusively for the PS5. So how is it
Okay,
not a
fair
valid
enough.
comparison? You see what I'm saying?
Bec-
I don't think.
because
I don't
because
think.
then that scenario that I just talked about
Yeah.
didn't happen. They didn't
See,
take care of a feature that the PS5 could do,
bro.
but the PC couldn't do. That was the entire
Bro,
point. It was if the minimum
the whole
spec of PC
concept of
that they
your
were
argument.
targeting wasn't able to do what the PS5 could do. If you're like, hey, listen, when it comes to Returnal, the minimum spec for PC was able to do it, then there's no conflict.
But look what you're saying. That the minimum
The
spec PC
whole
or whatever can't do what the PS5 can do, right? How do you how
If
do
it
we? I'm
couldn't,
saying, but how do we know what the PS5? How do we know they're actually gonna try something, right? To where they say, well, damn, in order to accomplish this on PC, the minimum spec is like a 2080 with what. I
yeah.
don't think they're gonna do that. I think they're gonna generally give
Well,
us great
listen,
games.
listen.
And the thing is, we
What you
won't
said,
know. We won't know
what you're saying right now is 100%. Like we do not know unless they come out and absolutely tell us, like, hey guys, this is the situation, this is what happened.
no
Okay.
the whole time your argument was PlayStation will be the priority
There's just shit
when
to
it
what?
comes to these
Hold on.
if they're doing PlayStation and PC games, and that is
Yeah.
not the case when it comes to Naughty Dog. It's not PlayStation is not the priority. They are working in tandem when it comes to PS5 or whatever PlayStation console and PC.
Have you
going
have
forward.
you ever worked on like two projects at the same time? Just like it doesn't even matter if it's like for yourself, for your company, it doesn't really matter.
Yeah.
Just two things at the same time. Now, listen, if you had a time crunch and you had to be like, okay, one of these things has to go ahead, you will still have a priority. You can work on two things at once and
You're
still
doing a
keep
what
a
if
priority.
situation. That's not the case here. The case
The
now going
entire
forward.
argument is a what if situation. My
No, it's not
entire
a what
point
if.
was
We don't need a
if
what if because they're giving us the information. What are you talking about? What if? We getting the
but
information now. They're not.
my thing was
There's no
never that
longer
they will not
delay.
work in
There's
tandem
no
with
longer
PC.
deadline. No, that's it. There's no longer deadline. Here's the PlayStation 5 release date, and here's the PC. No, they're going to be putting them out day and day.
Check my
Oh, you think they're going to be putting them out there and date?
No, I don't think that's what they told us from last year. They told us again today.
Wait, are you talking about single player games or the live multiplayer games?
They say going forward, they are bringing PlayStation and PC games together. That's what they developed.
Wait, but is that for single player or multiplayer or both?
Whatever game they're doing. That's what.
So
That's
every
what
game you're saying there will be day and date on PC.
Oh man,
bro. I don't know what Naughty
I just
Dog
want to
dictators
understand. I just
doing.
want to understand that. That's just a yes or no. Every game from
I
Naughty
don't know. I
Dog
don't
will
know
be
if
day
every
and date on
game
PC.
may. From what I got,
Let,
that I
let
would say
Jaybari
they.
answer. He was
Yeah,
so
well,
fired up. I just
I
want
don't
him
know if
to
it's day
answer.
and date. All I know is every game they're
I'm
gonna
about to
make
go
is
to
gonna
the
end
plot.
up on
I can
PC.
read it for you.
That I could say.
I'm gonna
From
read it.
what they're
I'm gonna read it
saying.
word to word for you.
All right, read it to me.
Let me see.
Because you know what they said this last year, right after P Rock did the show, and
Yeah, I remember that one.
they saying it
Dang.
again
No,
today.
hold on. Go ahead and read it out for me. I just want to see how you interpret it.
Yo,
Hey, Persona.
hey, yo, man, I'm listening to P Rock. What up, man?
Yeah, I'm trying to figure out this goddamn
All right,
mic.
here we go. Hold on
Yo,
one
P
second.
Rock.
Let me share this
No,
real quick. Let me share this real quick.
I got the article, buddy. That's why I'm about to read this shit real
Oh,
Oh,
quick.
all
hey,
right.
I got
hey,
it.
read the
I got it.
goddamn article.
Hey, man. First off, P Rock, I know you said I'm welcome here.
Always.
Mi casa es su casa. So I
Always.
get a beer from the fridge and whatnot.
Okay,
You feel the
hey,
feel me?
grab me
That's
one
okay.
too, if you don't mind, because I think I'm gonna need one.
I got you. All right. So this was an article from 2022 in June when they were talking about the remake and it first got announced. I'm putting a link to it in the chat so that y'all can see. But
And I'll read
essentially,
today's article after.
yeah. So essentially, what they're saying here is they've implemented modernized gameplay and stuff like that. They're talking about the gameplay, but then they start going into the PlayStation in terms of like PC and stuff like that. And so they're talking about, however, we finally announced that we're creating something much larger than a mode when it comes to uh factions. And they're saying that they're aiming to build this in unison with PC development.
Unison. Okay, so there's the word. That's it.
All right, let me read today's article. So this is they said the road ahead, right? Developing for both platforms empowers us to incorporate lessons learned from either into the overall design of our games. Sharing our stories and experiences on PlayStation 5 as well as PC is something that Naughty Dog has embraced and will continue to support moving forward.
Okay. I have that thing right in front of me. Now, I want to go back to what Persona said. They said they were
Actually, that's
developing in unison, right? I never said that they will not develop in unison or in tandem, which to me is the same thing. So there is that
unison.
part.
Unison is the word that I'm using. Don't get caught up on that.
Oh no, I never argued. I never argued with that. Okay, cool. Now, what Jaybari just said. Moving forward, they will support both PlayStation 5 and PC. Did I get that right? Did I understand that?
Yes,
Yep.
they are moving
So
forward
now
with PC and
from there, you interpret that they will release day and date every single game that they make.
Well, that's because
Absolutely.
Naughty Dog
No,
themselves.
hold on. I just want Jaybari to let me know what
Yeah,
his position is.
I definitely think so. Absolutely. According to
So
what they're
okay,
saying, it leads me to believe there's no you're not because they are actually doing the ports. They're not sending this to a different development studio. They're not sending this to no other, third party studio or whatnot. They're not sending this to Firewalk or Valkyrie or whatnot. They themselves are doing the ports. They
okay.
telling you that they are going forward. They're developing PlayStation 5 and PC. This
So
next
they will
stuff that
release every game day and date on PC.
I think so.
That,
I think they will.
that's
I
what
think they
Naughty
Okay,
will.
Dog. But
fair enough.
that's what Naughty Dog themselves are saying though. Naughty Dog has said last year, and they said in his new blog post that they're reiterating their focus is on both PlayStation and PC. And in the article that they put out in a PlayStation blog post last year, they said that they found a proper work what's the word I'm looking for? Work method where
I'm trying to find that
if
other
you
article
develop
that said it.
if you develop for both PC and PlayStation, either or won't lose in terms of quality. So
Okay, fair enough.
they've built a proper work regimen to get that out the door.
And the
So
whole argument of last year was what P Rock bringing it up is like, yo, because your boss is telling you that, yo, you're doing a good job here. This is what we're going to do going forward. And you was disagreeing with what P Rock was saying, and this is what they're saying.
You know?
Listen,
Yeah, like
listen.
because
Just so you guys,
it
just so
sounds
you
like
guys can understand
it
again
sounds
what
like
my
you're getting caught
argument
up.
was,
Got your
because
legs beat, bro.
It
no,
sounds
no,
like you're
no,
getting
well,
caught up.
how can you
Legs
guys all
Don't
be
beat.
so wrong and think you're
Never
right?
man
Like,
stomp the hell out. Alright?
nah, but
how can you
it
be
sounds
so
like you're
wrong
getting
and
caught up
think you're
on what
right? Like,
Stomp the hell
how?
out, alright?
You guys are three
Don't
intelligent
ever,
men that I respect.
disrespect my
Please just
couch.
think about what you're saying before
Like,
you say it.
don't ever disrespect my
nah.
Hey,
couch,
what
man.
But that's
Alright?
the thing though.
Get your
What's
legs.
being said is not speculation. Extreme. What's being said is what's coming from
No, no,
the
no, no.
the
Listen,
head of Naughty
listen.
Dog. Hold
The
on.
thing
Let me
is,
finish, brother.
oh, go ahead.
Hold on.
You finish. I apologize.
What's being said is coming from the head of Naughty Dog. You feel me? And clearly, this is something that PlayStation is behind, because even though Herman Hulse said himself that most of what's coming to PC day and date is going to be the live service games and stuff like that. I think when it comes to game development moving forward from PlayStation, they're developing kind of like what they're doing now. They're developing with PlayStation in mind, and then they're going to develop it for the PlayStation and then port it over to PC at a later date. I think with Naughty Dog, what they're going to be doing is building both the PlayStation and PC versions in unison. That's what I'm saying. That's not what they're saying. They're confirming that their focus is on PlayStation and PC. I'm saying that I think that the builds are going to happen in unison, because again, Neil Druckmann and team spoke candidly about how they have come up with a proper process to build out these games and be able to put them on PC at a high quality of what we've come accustomed to with PlayStation. That's what that's what they said last year and now here. They're letting you know, like, yo, we're the place. PlayStation is the main focus, but so is PC now.
okay.
So
Are you done?
yeah, go ahead.
Is P-Rod
Okay.
talking?
No, not yet. No. Let me do some super chats real quick, right? Y'all hear me?
We can hear you
you.
loud and clear in the
Hey,
Discord. I'm just making sure that
yeah. Okay, so let me see. So Tommy Bull, I'm gonna have to yell and shit. Tommy Bull, I'm gonna have to put this all right. I got a 2070 waiting for a 5080. God damn. Xbox is done for me. True Virgil, this dude extreme broke the no drug policy code. Oh shit. He says y'all need to be piss tested. Gemini J. Was there something said about Naughty Dog going day and date on PC? Well, my man Persona came in and broke the news. And Wadawana, P-Rock, you are still very quiet for me at least. Man, never thought a day I would hear a Puerto Rican like myself be actually being accused of being quiet. It's a sad day. I gotta fix this. And shout out to my
yo, that's
boy.
a fact.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I've been accused of a lot of things. Never being quiet. God damn. And Ramon Terrell, he said, shout out to the homies. Thank you. My brother, you need to come back to the show when you can. You know what I'm saying? But I know you've been doing big things and stuff like that. Oh, man. All right, continue.
Yo,
Continue.
low key, high key. Yo, we are hella loud, but you are super low. I was just listening just now.
Oh, you were just
Yeah,
so it's true? I don't
yeah.
know. Fuck.
Like I don't know. Yo, I turned my mic down to 70, and it's still like super.
Hey, yo, this is insane.
Maybe just reduce all of our levels in whatever, and
I
then
need a hype desk. I need to
kind of
put a turbo
balance it out.
ticket in. I gotta see
Yeah, extreme is as loud as me. Persona is as loud as me.
You know, like what the fuck? You know what I'm saying? Like I don't know, man. What the hell is going on here? All right.
All right,
Anyway.
while you fix that, let me just target what Persona said.
Yeah, go ahead.
Thank you.
Go ahead and move the goalpost. Go ahead.
I do not move anything. I'm standing firm because I'm right. So here is what I told you guys. Number one, I do not disagree that they are going to create games at the same time for both platforms. You need to let that go, because I never disagreed with that. Secondly, I said if there is a case where they have a target for a minimum spec on PC that is below what they need to achieve on the PS5, instead of reducing the scope on the PS5, they are simply going to wait for PC to catch up. Because part of the argument last time was that they want to sell to as many PCs as possible. So therefore, the minimum spec should be as low as possible. And it was literally just in the narrow event that there is a PS5 capability that cannot yet be done on PC, that they will say, hey, we are going to focus on the PS5. That was literally the entire point of the argument. Therefore, PC should not hold PlayStation 5 back. Everything that you guys have said is something that I agree with. Everything that they have said is something that I expected. So how do you think reading these articles to me proved your point?
Right. So
The concern we always had was the fact that you're developing for both now. You're not just focused on one.
you got to make concessions.
Yes,
You
that's
gotta make
what our
concessions.
argument was.
That's what started this whole thing. Everybody hear me now? How about let me say double check, mic check, mic check. Please. Damn freaking Windows. You know, what started this whole thing and what had you jump onto the podcast was my initial conversation that once a lot better. Okay, good. Okay, cool. Got it. But he said turn it off. But once Sony starts getting into this PC, eventually you have to adopt the multi-platform strategy. It is the most efficient way to get quality games on multiple platforms, and they both end up, with a quality product. You have to cater to the concessions. That's why I actually started this whole thing. Then you came into the chat and said, hey, Puerto Rico, I disagree. Let me make this, blah, blah, blah. I say, oh, here we go. Here's the message. Hit up the DM. Go into this group. Say your piece. That's what started the whole thing was my rant that because Sony's making PC, that one day, as far as console goes, PC and, because of the multi-platform strategy and efficiency, that PS5 won't be the main thing no more. That they have to make concessions in a multiplayer because that's ultimately what the boss wants. And that was the reason why I kept telling you with the scenario. Sure, I got a console, but if I'm the boss and I'm telling you, hey, PC is part of my strategy, I'm making money there too, I want you to make sure they get a quality product, then you, as a professional, are going to be like, well, the best way I can cater to two platforms now is I got to adopt the multi-platform strategy. I can no longer just say, screw PC, I ain't worrying about it. I'm just going to focus on PS5. And then once I'm done, we'll figure it out when we get there. That's not going to work no more. That's just
You
not
see,
how
Final
it is.
Fantasy 16 proves that I was right. Because they literally told you, hold on, we made this thing for PS5, we'll figure out PC later. That literally was my argument.
Let me help you out. Don't die on that hill because I guarantee that game's gonna run on weaker hardware than the PS5, and watch it still run great. Don't do that to yourself. Don't fall for that.
How does that even answer my point? My point was they made it for the PS5 and then they were like, yeah, PC is gonna wait and we're going to figure it out eventually, which is what I said that PlayStation
that also helps our argument as well as far as focusing on one platform. But this is not the case with when it comes to Naughty Dog and what they are saying. They are saying that
do you think that Final Fantasy 16 was not being developed for PS5 and PC during its development? Like they were just going to figure it out in the next 6 months?
Yoshi P straight up came out and said, yeah, this development for PS5 so they can get the game out much faster and utilize all of the hardware.
The day that they ship it, the day they ship it on PS5, that's the day they'll start working on PC.
No, you're asking dumb questions, bro. I don't know what that's
okay. You know what, Jaybari, you're right. You're right. I was wrong the entire time. How could I have been so blind? You go ahead. Bro. You're 100% right.
No, you're trying to do like the Twitter space or the Twitter conversation.
I don't even do Twitter spaces, so I wouldn't even know what that is.
I'm gonna say this: when Final Fantasy 16 comes out, your PC with weaker hardware than a PS5 is going to be able to play the game. There is nothing in that game that a weaker PC, weaker than a PS5, won't be able to.
Well, okay, here's a quick. How do you determine that something is weaker than something else? Like, how do you know that what will make a PC weaker than a PS5?
Oh, like if they got the game running on
what kind of questions are these, bro?
Like if they got the game running on a 1060, yes, a 1060 is much weaker. You know what I'm saying? Like a lot of these games are on 1060s. Yo, bro.
But if it's running on a 1060, but not to the performance of the PS5, does that count for your argument?
That's just resolutions and stuff like that. That's nothing.
So as long as they can just open the executable file, then you don't care what happens after that.
Yeah,
Bro, what are you talking
gladly. Yeah,
about,
I
bro?
don't know what he's talking about, bro.
What
You
are
know,
you?
I'm
Yo,
just
my
asking.
brother.
I'm just
I
asking
don't
because the entire
The
point was performance.
Yeah.
actual design of the game
Yes.
needs to be able to run on a PC with a specific kind of specification. With what
Well,
Yoshi P
like,
has said, in his most recent PAX East panel, which happened just this weekend, he said if they had to develop for both the PlayStation 5 and the PC, this game would still be deep in development and would not be releasing right now. That is what he
Yes.
said. So what that tells me is that them being able to focus on a specific SKU or one specific piece of hardware is allowing them to efficiently put the game out and build
Faster.
the game how it should be and stuff like that. That's why it looks the way it looks, it runs the way it runs, and it looks so beautiful.
And it's
Now
coming out
once
when it's coming out.
once it releases, yes, in terms of contractual agreements, the contract between PlayStation and Square for FF16 is 6 months. That does not mean that the game will be out 6 months after it releases on a
He even
PlayStation
said that.
5. And Yoshi P said that himself in the same panel.
He said
That
it
is
will be it will
that
be impossible to optimize the PC version in 6 months. That's not
oh, so
saying
you
that they're
said
not working on it.
optimize, not develop. Okay, cool.
what?
Right. No, it's good. It's good. It's fine. It's fine.
What do you think
You
optimize
proved
means?
my
All right, so let
point.
me ask this question. So what do you think optimize means?
I will
In
tell you what I think optimize
hold
means.
on. Can I finish the question before you answer so you don't sound stupid? Thank you. What do you think optimize means when it comes to game development? What does that mean?
I love the way you finish your question, going exactly the same way the question was going in the first place. But thank you
Yeah, but
for
let me finish
saying
it
that.
before you
All right,
interrupt.
fair enough. Fair enough.
You know,
Here's what I
you
believe.
European. How you ain't got no manners, nigga?
He's Australian.
It's supposed to be
Yeah.
it's supposed to be the Americans that's rude.
Don't ever
What's
call me
going on?
nigga again. First of all, okay. Second, here is the answer to your question. Number one, I believe that optimization is about the policing phase. So during game development, I fully expect that Final Fantasy 16 was being developed in tandem for PS5 and
Yes,
PC.
but if a game needs to be further optimized, does that not mean that it also needs to be something with the game needs to be developed further or needs to
Would
be
you
tweaked in the development process?
would you like me to finish answering the question and not interrupt me like you
Well,
asked?
you're a little
Thank
long-winded,
you,
brother,
sir.
but go ahead, man.
Thank you, sir. All
Go
right.
ahead, man.
Optimize, like when it comes to PC and gaming, it's like to rewrite, to rearrange, make sure it's running officially. So, but go ahead.
So, like I was saying, I believe the game was being developed in tandem for both platforms. And then at a certain point, they decided to focus on the PlayStation 5. And later down the line, they will resume optimizations for the PC, which is entirely what the point I was trying to make was. They said, hey, there are both platforms that we're working on, but the console takes priority because in this case, since they're working so closely with PlayStation first party, they may as well be considered a PlayStation first party project or a PlayStation
But
Studios
when it comes,
project.
Yoshi P said himself, they are working specifically on just this version, and then they'll work on after the fact they'll do what they do when it comes to the PC.
But
The
again, there's
contractual
no
agreements.
disagreement with you as long as we agree on two things.
I understand that. The point that I was going to make was the contractual, whatever the I can't even talk. Whatever the contractual agreements are with the whole 6 months and all that, there still needs to be optimizations. You either further develops or rewrite certain codes so that it fits whatever specs they set for the PC, because this game is being developed with a specific type of IO in mind, with the IO architecture of the PlayStation 5. So however they port it to PC and get it to run, the specifications are going to be very different, which means that there needs to be certain developmental features or optimizations, which again goes back to developing to make sure that it can run in a specific recommended specifications of the PC.
Can we agree that this game was in development for about 2-3 years? Yes.
That it was what?
At
Say it again.
at least this game was in development for about 2-3 years at the very least.
Nah, it was in development longer than that.
It was longer than that.
Fair enough. Okay.
I would say this game been in development for 5 years.
Yeah,
Fair
like
enough.
5, 6.
No issues there. No issues there. So my point is this: right from the beginning of development, they knew they were targeting both platforms. Can we agree on that?
No, they knew they was targeting for PlayStation 5.
They were
So
target play. So think of it this way. Let me put it in layman's terms. In terms of Final Fantasy 16, PC is an afterthought right now, as opposed to vice versa, where consoles
okay,
is an
fair enough,
afterthought.
fair enough,
Think of it
fair
that
enough,
way.
fair enough,
That's what
fair
it
enough,
is.
fair enough.
Because the game is
But
not
my
being
question
developed.
is,
The game is not being
have they been
the game is
working
not
on
being
the
developed
PC
for
version?
PC. The game is being developed for PlayStation 5, then ported to PC.
So you believe again that after they did the ship it on PlayStation 5, that's when they'll start developing the
Bro,
PC
it's
version?
not what I believe. It's what I know because it's factual. Because this is what Yoshi P said. I'm not. This is not my
Okay, all
opinion.
right,
This is
all
not
right,
me.
okay.
Nothing that I'm saying is an opinion. This is all fact because Yoshi P has said it himself that they have been focusing 100% on the PlayStation 5. That's why the game is able to release when it's releasing in June 22nd, 2023. That's not me. That's not no console war, rhetoric, bullshit. No, that's factual information that you yourself can look up and listen to what he said himself.
You see, the difference between you and I is that when I listen to what he said, I do not hear what you hear. But
Huh?
you could be right. You could be right. They could have just started it. They could
I'm
have
about
been
to go
like,
back to Octopath. Ain't no fucking way. What the fuck are you talking about, brother?
He translated a different way. He said we're
no,
Hey, yo,
developing
ain't no
PC. He
fucking way.
translate that a different way.
I don't see how you heard those words and heard, oh, the PC version was never in development.
Nah, you stay, you ain't leaving my house. You know, Sonny from Bronx tell you can't leave. Yo, Sonny's from Bronx tell you can't, yo. Oh shit. He said you can't leave. Hey, Sonny's from Bronx tell you can't leave. I muted everybody. Everybody's muted? No. I don't know. I did it. What happened? No.
They say, yo, Final Fantasy 16 producer suggests PC players should just buy a PS5. It's in development.
All right.
We got you.
Everybody's good? Everyone's muted. Everybody should not be muted. Everybody's muted?
All right, so here's the quote that he said, Yoshi P said. He says, nobody said a word about PC version releasing. Why is it like the PC version released in the next...
Everybody's muted.
Okay,
What the fuck is going on here? Yo, how is everybody muted? Wait, volume is fine for everyone now. Way better and balanced, volume good. So we good now.
No, they saying it's good now. They saying it's good now.
I didn't do shit. I'm not even touching nothing. Goddamn Windows. Yo, Phil Spencer, he has the backdoor key.
Oh, you can't hear us.
What? No, they can hear us now.
Yeah, you
can
good.
Hear me?
All right, good. All right, we good.
Yeah, no, they saying they're good for everybody. We good.
Yo,
go ahead,
Phil
Oh no, I had the
Yo,
Yoshi P quote.
okay, go ahead.
Just for
Yo, this is crazy.
He says, why is it like a PC version is releasing 6 months later? Because he's telling people that nobody said a word about a PC version releasing. And he says, don't worry about that. Buy a PS5. Sorry I went overboard, but we did our best to please. Look forward to it. There's another quote that he said here about it would take much more than 6 months to do a PC version. I just try to find that. I know it's in this article. Go. I'll find it. Go ahead.
All right. Hey, let me do some super chat. Glorious War. He says, so the next Naughty Dog single player game isn't going to be mind blowing tech wise due to PC minimum specs. I don't believe it. I don't know, man. Listen, this is new territory.
Don't think that Factions is going to be just
well, it's a PS4 game. Isn't it on PS4 as well? That's the rumor.
It might. Yeah, I think it will be.
Yeah, if it's on PS4, then it is what it is at that point, right?
Yeah, that's not.
I don't think it's going to be
that's
multiplayer. I don't think Factions is going to be multiplayer only.
Yeah, I think
it's not confirmed that Factions is going to be on PS4. I mean, I think looking at these live service games, if they're trying to tap into the largest market, then it's safe to say, okay, we could potentially see some of these games, being cross generation.
Yeah.
I think Factions might be one of those because, there's still a large audience on the PS4, but also, this game started development.
Yes,
well before Last of Us Part 2. So I think it's safe to say this is going to be released on PS4, but if it doesn't, I'm happy with that.
Bro, listen. I'm like, I know it's going to be on PS4, but I'm like, please don't let it be. I'm just like, please don't keep it PS5.
Hey man, I'm of the ilk of like, yo, listen, if you ain't got a PS5, that's on you,
That's
man.
Exactly, bro.
Either upgrade or get less in the dust,
me
man.
and you the same way. Go play on the Switch, bro, if that's your attitude.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? Oh shit!
I'm in agreement with that.
Shout out to Wadawana. He says optimization is a part of game development. Always. That's usually towards the end and stuff. Yeah.
I know that. It's Extreme who clearly doesn't know that. You feel me? So I mean,
wait, what the hell?
Listen, man.
I know
Extreme is
it is happening at the end, which is why I'm telling you that it was being developed
you
in
said that
tandem.
Optimization isn't game development. That's what
I
you
never
said.
said that. Oh my god!
You
know what?
Listen,
you know what? You know what? Persona,
Jaybari,
both of you guys, you are able to read words and hear words and hear your own thing.
Listen, man. He's going through a hard winter down there in Australia.
There's a reason, Extreme. There's a reason why he put that. he super chatted that tweet. I mean, he super chatted that message. There's a reason he did that because he heard you specifically say optimization wasn't game development. He heard you say that.
Listen, hey,
that's
man.
Why he's super
Persona, you gotta forgive him, man. He's from Australia. The maps is upside down there. That's the only way they can read. The toilet flushes the wrong way. The toilet flushes the wrong way.
It's crazy.
It's all crazy down there. You know what I'm saying?
It's all crazy down there.
Shout out to the cheek splitter. You PlayStation guys are completely disrespectful, and the cheek splitter again. P-Rock, put these PlayStation dudes in the room. There is no room. There's nowhere to go. Sonny from Bronxtel, you can't leave. All right, so I think we had enough for Naughty Dog, right? Let me go to the next topic. We'll skip PlayStation. Yo, let me ask y'all for dudes that are on PC. Yo, what's up with this Dolphin emulator? Now, like, is Steam endorsed? What's up with that?
Disrespectful, yeah.
Like, I'm just gonna make a Persona here because talk to my boy Persona. Well, how you feel about that? Where Steam's like, you know what? We're sick of Nintendo shit. You don't want to put your exclusives on our shit? Fine. Dolphin emulator, make it happen. How you feel about that? How do you feel about
Dolphin emulator is a Switch emulator or something?
Yeah, it's a GameCube and Wii emulator.
Oh, I got the quote. Sorry, P-Rock. Just want to finalize this.
All right, I'll read it.
He says many fans assume that the port will be completed during this that time that he's talking about, the whole 6 months or whatever. He said the game released immediately on PC. Yoshida went to say that Square Enix spent a lot of time and money optimizing the PlayStation 5 platform to deliver the best experience, and that optimizing the PC port in a short span of half a year would be impossible. So that's what he is saying there.
So you think it's more like just try to get the game out as soon as possible, even though it's just on one platform?
Yeah, that could be That's what he said.
Okay,
that's I mean, obviously, PlayStation obviously also probably want to lock that down.
Yeah,
as a time
that plays into it as well.
But obviously that plays a big part into it as well. But also, when you look at 7, when you look 7 remake, I mean, and stuff like that. That this is not the first time that they have said making for one specific console is easier than having to make for multiple different consoles or on PC and all that. That's why 7 remake didn't hit PC until summer of 2021 or December. December? When was it? I forget when it hit.
It came out like a year and a half later.
Yeah, and the thing is, this is not a foreign concept, P-Rock, when it comes to game development. GTA also does this when it comes to when they release their new games.
Yeah, Rockstar.
The
Rockstar
PC version doesn't release until
like a year
or so after. Yeah. And that's because it's easier to focus on one SKU or smaller subset of SKUs and get the game out the door and then port to PC or optimize for PC and all that other stuff. This has been happening for years.
And to take it a step further, they don't even release the multiplayer day and date with the single player.
No, they don't. That comes like 6 months later.
Yeah, they do the single player
So like
first.
this is not.
Then they do the multiplayer. Then they release the PC version. So so they broke it down in parts, because to get the game out and ensure there's a level of quality, which is smart.
Yep.
I ain't arguing that.
But to respond to the Dolphin stuff, I mean, so Steam is endorsing this Dolphin emulator?
Yeah, so let me read it. So right here, the Dolphin Wii GameCube emulator is coming to Steam this year. The Nintendo Wii GameCube emulator Dolphin is coming to Steam. The development team behind the Dolphin emulator have today confirmed that their popular Wii GameCube emulator is coming to Steam, having officially published the game Steam page with a Q2 2023 planned release date. On Steam, the Dolphin emulator will support Windows, Mac OS, and Linux, which means that the emulator should be usable on all OSs that Steam supports. This also means that the emulator should support Valve Steam Deck handheld. Dolphin is a software that can be used to play classic Nintendo GameCube and Wii games on PC, offering gamers advantages like higher resolutions, widescreen hacks, HD texture packs, higher frames, and other enhancements. In short, emulators can allow games to enjoy classic games on modern hardware. Want to play The Legend of Zelda Wind Waker at 4K? You can with Dolphin. To use Dolphin, users will need to own an original copy of any games that they plan to play using the emulator. Dolphin is a tool for playing legally obtained copy of games. So hold up. That's a weird statement because, did Nintendo ever make Wind Waker for PC?
No.
So how can you obtain a legal copy on PC of a Nintendo game? Am I missing something?
Bro, they steal.
Listen, Persona, you guys are smarter than me in tech. Alright, help me out. Listen. My education is 1990s New York City, Brooklyn, New York. Alright. You guys got the advanced shit, alright? We had fucking Apple II computers, alright? But
I think
what does that mean? What this might legal games, legally obtained games.
What that might be is not necessarily Nintendo properties, but other games that released on those platforms.
Okay.
Now, if it is a Nintendo game or a Nintendo property that they own, I mean, they might have hit up Nintendo and signed some type of contractual agreement to allow those older games to be played on there like that or something like that. That's the only thing that I could think of, because I don't see, Nintendo don't, they'll copyright strike your channel if you use their characters in a skit or some shit.
They will copyright your channel for their own commercial. I'm showing them commercial. Copyright.
They're just delivering the emulator. They're not talking about the ROMs or nothing like that. That is the issue. That's where the issue comes in, is the ROMs. You know what I mean? Most people, they're gonna probably get their ROMs or wherever they get their ROMs, but they still just have the emulator running. I don't think Nintendo can really do anything about the emulator.
I'm just
saying.
The
ROMs, say if Steam had the ROMs on there, then it'd be a big issue.
Where them Switch?
That's a great point. But
where the Switch emulators at though? I'm just saying. Not that I'm saying I was steal. Not that I'm saying I was steal. Support the dev. Support the dev.
Crazy, bro.
Yo, I'm surprised Steam will get involved with that though, because that's they're treading the line.
Nah, but I agree with what Bari's saying. Supporting the emulator is different from supporting the ROMs or the illegally obtained.
Can you hear me?
That might go on.
That's Call Me Jay. Oh yeah.
Yeah, I just came in a sec to set the record straight about this emulator. So when they talk about legally obtained games, they're not talking about a PC disc of the Wind Waker.
Yeah.
They're talking about people took the GameCube or the Wii disc and they put it on the PC and then they ripped the data off of it. So they can have the data digitally, basically.
Okay.
So they can either do that or they can just put the disc and hit play and it'll boot it up.
Legal to me either.
Why does it sound legal? You own the disc. You got if you buy
yeah, but you don't own that intellectual property. That's two different things.
You own the disc. The disc is yours. You can do whatever you want with it.
You don't own the actual characters.
When you buy the disc, that disc and that data is yours. You're not selling it.
So you're telling me if I buy a movie for a Blu-ray, I could just rip it and just
you can't
if you want, but if you resell it, that's a problem.
Yeah, you just can't sell it.
If you resell it, that's a problem. If I go and buy Uncharted on PS5 and then I rip the disc so that I can play it on my PC, that's fine. If I start selling it, hey, I can.
That's fine. Says who?
Says me. What are you talking about?
Yo, get the fuck out of here.
What do you mean?
Hey, yo, y'all PC dudes a different breed, boy.
Bro, Tell me what's wrong about you owning a
All right,
disc
so,
and you take the data.
all right, so let's repeat this.
Now I gotta remember,
you obtain.
it's something like the digital rights
a bootleg copy of
management.
John Wick 4. So let me say.
No,
you obtain a bootleg copy of John Wick 4.
No.
Or you recorded it
That's
when you watched it at the movie theater.
That's not the same. That's illegal.
That's not the same.
That's illegal.
That's illegal.
What's it
Straight
called?
up.
I forgot what to call it.
If I go to GameStop,
No. Pay for your ticket to watch the movie.
I think it's called the digital rights.
If I go to GameStop and I buy the game,
Management
that
Act.
disc is mine. It's not Nintendo's. It's mine now. So whatever I do with it, I can. What's the problem is when you start selling the data that you got from that disc. If you don't want to touch the disc, you just want to take the data and then use it yourself. That's fine. What's the problem with that?
No, so I forgot the name. It's not the Digital Rights Management Act, but what he's talking about is, let's say if you buy a movie. Let's say we bought, well, I don't know what fucking movie just came out. Whatever, Marvel, Batman, The Dark Knight, whatever, right? And I bought the disc. I can copy that disc, put it on my phone, put it on my laptop, whatever device, and as long as I keep that disc and I own it, it's all good. Because it's the same thing. I'm watching my disc on whatever device. But the moment let's say I can't do this. So I rip the disc, I put it on my laptop. Because I put it on my laptop, I'm thinking, well, I don't need the disc no more. And I give it to my brother, I can't do that. I can't give him my disc without deleting the copy on my laptop. In order for me to have that copy on laptop, I got to maintain the disc. Does that make sense?
That's what I meant. So more like the distribution part.
So the distribution is illegal. Yeah, you could put it on all the devices in your house, but you better keep that disc. The moment you get rid of that disc, and let's say your Persona here, I have my copy, whatever. I'm not supposed to have the software either. I'm technically supposed to delete. You know I'm gonna do that shit, but you're supposed to delete it off your laptop because you technically gave your licensing away. Therefore, you don't have the rights to have it on any device or whatever.
Yeah.
You know, but let's be honest though. Let's be honest though. With Steam Deck,
niggas jump through hoops to justify stealing.
No, that's not.
It's just your opinion, Persona. That's all.
That's not stealing.
Jump through hoops. Well, I bought the game.
Persona. I am a man of the utmost moral and ethical character.
Hell, man, these PC gamers will jump through hoops to justify thievery, man.
That's how it works.
I can't, bro.
It's legal. I just can't remember the act. I think it's the Digital Millennium Copyright Act. I think that's where it's at.
I know what you're talking about.
But there's like 1,000 pages, so I ain't reading it to you, dog. I have to control that shit.
I know what act you're talking about.
Yeah, that's just crazy. All right, but you know what? I think when you think about it, the key term is though that it will work on Steam Deck. Let's be real. You're gonna be able to play Nintendo games on Steam Deck. They know what the fuck they doing. They're just doing plausible deniability. Oh no, we only endorse emulators because it's legal. No way we endorse.
The reality is the majority. Here's the reality: the majority of people don't own the game. They just go to a website, they get the game, boom, boom, that's it. You know, nobody needs to know.
And it's on
There's
Steam
some
Deck.
people that have the disc and they like to back it up.
So you own the game, and you rip it and put it online for other people to play free.
That's illegal.
That's illegal.
So then what the?
Yeah, that's what I was talking
illegal.
about.
No,
More.
it's illegal.
So then what are we talking about with this whole ROM shit then?
That's why I brought up the ROM.
So no. The difference is, let's say again, if you take the disc and you rip it and you put it on your laptop, so you can play on your laptop, that's legal because it's your laptop.
No, I'm talking about how.
I tell you, Persona. A lot of people like own a Switch. What they claim they do is that they buy the cartridge, the game for the Switch, but they rip it to their PC and run it through the YouTube emulator so they can have 4K 16 like Breath of the Wild and all that stuff. They're claiming that they quote unquote they're not stealing the game because they bought
the thing. You know they didn't buy that shit.
Yeah,
they didn't buy that.
But what the difference is the like with the ROMs. This is why I think like Steam, they're not really in no trouble. It's weird that they're doing it, but P. Wright alluded to what pretty much I agree. They have the emulator there, but wherever you get the ROM from,
that's your responsibility.
They're not gonna say anything. They're gonna be like,
like
when it comes to Steam,
it could be a stolen ROM.
When it comes to Steam, they don't really care.
Yeah,
they don't really care what you put on Steam. There's been like terrible games that people have put on Steam, and then
that's why PC is
and then weeks later is when it gets taken out. So having an emulator isn't the problem. Is getting the ROMs from a different website that you don't own.
I'm about to start some shit.
I'm that ass, bro. Like, yo, if I was a developer, PC would be the last place I put my shit.
Oh shit!
Because they're gonna steal it.
All right,
they're gonna steal the game, man. How many dudes? Y'all seen some dudes on
Bro,
Twitter?
we seen that today. We seen
Hold on,
it today.
hold on.
I seen some dudes on Twitter today talking about, hey, you know, I'm still in the high seas with Last of Us remake. My bad.
Why do you say it? Why do you say that as if people on PS3 and PS4 haven't jailbroken their shit and gotten games for free?
Bro, this isn't a tit for tat, bro.
That's the reality.
Right, bro.
Both.
What
I'm not saying. No. Listen.
Yo,
You're misunderstanding me.
I don't care.
Call me Jay. We grew up. Call me Jay. We grew up.
I'm not saying that it's okay because on
we all
console
was downloading music from
Hear me out.
LimeWire, bro.
I'm not saying it's okay. Listen, I'm not saying it's okay because it happens on console. I'm saying that you can't really critique PC gamers for doing it when console people do it as well. What are you talking about?
What are you saying?
So two wrongs make a right. That's what you're saying.
No, I'm saying that you can't really talk shit about PC gamers doing this when console gamers, your people do the same thing.
They do it more.
It doesn't matter.
So you're saying two wrongs make a right? Is that
no? I'm saying that you can't throw rocks and then hide your hand because people on console do the same
I wasn't
thing.
stealing games when I was a kid.
But people that play on consoles do it. People that play on consoles have jailbroken PlayStations. There's a reason why the PSP failed because most of the things were jailbroken.
So then they suck
People
too.
didn't really buy the game.
So then they
what
both
does
suck.
15 years ago have to do about 2020?
No, I'm talking about recently. PS4. The PS4 Pro can happen with the PS4 Pro.
What does that have to do about PC? We're talking about PC, and you're using whataboutisms to minimize the argument.
What I'm saying is that you're complaining that PC people pirate stuff, and I'm telling you that console players do it too. Where's your critique of console players pirating games?
Well, they suck too.
Where is your critique of PC players pirating games?
I don't critique it. Why would I waste my time critiquing that?
There you go. There you go.
I'm not the one that's mad over people pirating games.
Where do you think? Let me ask you this: where do you think pirating happens more, on consoles or PCs?
It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter if it's a bigger. You can laugh all you want. It doesn't matter if it happens more on PC. It happens on console too.
No, hey, Sonny from Bronx, tell you can't leave. Let's talk about
Hey,
Ubisoft.
let me go back to Octopath.
Nah, we gonna talk. We talking about Ubisoft. Nah, we gonna talk about. Nah, we talking about your favorite company. Your Ubisoft is leaving E3.
I believe y'all with this, man. I believe y'all with this. When God of War 2018 released on PC, more people pirated the game than they bought it. Show me that type of metric on a console. Have a great evening.
I try to talk about Ubisoft.
Somebody who was laughing like you
that
sounded
was
like
extreme.
the dude from Resident Evil 4.
That was extreme.
That was me. I was laughing on my way out.
That was Ramon. Ramon's up in here.
You know the merchant that be laughing like.
Oh shit! He sounded like the merchant. Yo, this is crazy. Oh shit! This is wild.
I'm about to go back to listen, man.
Oh shit! You know, Ed Ramon's here. You know why he's here? Because Ubisoft's his favorite company, and now they left E3. What is going on, Ramon, what happened,
I don't remember saying that, but yo, everything is good, man. I had to drop through. Man.
Of course, man.
I'm about to. I need to run down to the store and grab a 40 to pour it out for E3, man, because it is done.
Oh man, sucks.
Yo, well, so how you feel about that? I know you talked a little bit on Twitter. How you feel about that? I'm on that. This is actually like it's happening. The end is happening. This shit's over.
Well, I mean, it's sad because like what we'll never like. On the one hand, it makes things easier for the studios and the publishers, and I get that. But on the other hand, without E3, what we'll never ever get again is we will never get that opening with this little boy playing with his toys on the ground, and then you hear an adult voice call him in, and he gets up and everybody's watching and they're like, who is this? And he walks in and you hear this voice say, I am hungry, feed us. And then this older Kratos steps out of the shadows and tosses a bow, and the entire audience loses their mind. We will never have that again if there is no live shows. Yeah. Like, I mean, I guess the Game Awards can pick up the torch, but it's still, I don't know. It was different. Like without live shows, we'll never get that again.
Man, and remember E3 had the Spider-Man 2016, bro. Like that shit was God of War. Like that's where that was where the magic was happening at E3, bro. Shit, bro. Right, even some of the funniest shit, like $599 US, that was E3. I was like, hey, yo, this shit is wild. I was like, Emergency Day. Is Clippy B coming out with a fucking chainsaw gun live on stage? This dude putting tattoos. Fucking this dude, Peter Moore, with tattoos on his forearm. That was all E3 shit, bro. That shit was crazy.
You just reminded me of something. I remember biting my fist in pained sympathy for Phil Spencer back before he took over.
Yeah.
When they shoved him out on the stage and made him announce that price with the Kinect, and then when cricket started sounding, you could see the look on his face. He was like, "Man, these motherfuckers made me do this announcement." Shit. I felt bad for him. I was watching that. I was just cringing. I was like, "Oh man, they did him dirty."
He's like, Xbox One X for $499. Everybody's like, yo, this is wild, bro. And then when they introduced Kinect, he goes, hey, you ever wondered on what was them characters called on Xbox? When they started having those cartoon characters to represent you, Avatar. Right? That was what's called Avatar? Yeah, ever seen the bottom of Avatar? Bam. Bam. There it is. And that shit came out all fucked up. Like the character was all twisted. Yo, when I saw that, oh my God, I'm going to look for that video. Yo, but this is crazy. Like, let me ask you that. Like, Sony was the first to bail out. Like, are they that far ahead of everyone? That they realized this was happening years before
Nintendo
anybody
was the
else?
first to bail out.
Oh, that's true. That's true. Yeah, that's true. They did their yes. And then Sony... And everybody was like,
well, Nintendo, they weren't at like they didn't have like a showcase there. Like they had their PlayStation actually built out of E3 before Nintendo. Nintendo was always a part of it. It was a part of the showing of E3. They was always under that umbrella, but they wasn't like doing a showcase there at whatever.
So they had a presence, but they didn't.
Yeah, they always had a presence there because they always on the show floor. Where PlayStation, they wasn't there at all. Like they wasn't on the show floor. They wasn't there at all.
But yeah, I guess they had some vision. I mean,
it sucks because I hear a lot of bad things. What they call ESA is what they call ESA. I hear a lot of bad things. Like a lot of companies is not happy with them. A lot of companies they was charging out like buku bucks. That's for show floor spacing and all that stuff.
Yeah,
and
that'll kill the show fast.
My thing is just like, I feel like when PlayStation stopped going to E3, the whole, I know this is going to sound crazy and fanboy to a lot of people, but the whole presence, the essence of E3 just went away with it, in my opinion.
And the thing is even if you see it from level-headedness ruling the day, even if you are an Xbox fan, that's not a disagreeable statement to make because E3 has always been the clash of the Titans. You know what I mean? Like whether you like PlayStation or whether you like Xbox or whether you like both or whatever, like just seeing them go head to head, you're like, oh man, Xbox did this. What's PlayStation gonna do to counter? And vice versa. And Nintendo's kind of there, which is weird because they outsell both of them.
That's why I was never with other PlayStation fans when it was like, yo, PlayStation don't need E3. Like, I get that they don't need it, but I always wanted them to be there because, I missed that competition of, one having a conference, you watch it early, and then later on you got PlayStation to see how they will counter, you know what I mean? And that talk or that back and forth and all that stuff.
Iwaki's having the most fun by himself. I swear.
Go ahead, keep talking,
he's
man.
He's showing up
having the most fun by himself.
What is
I remember this. The Project Natal joint.
What is that? I've never seen that before. What in the world?
They were showing off the avatar. They were showing off the avatars with Connect, like you can move around.
That happened at a show?
Yeah, that was E3, bro.
No, they didn't. I didn't see. I never saw that. They showed that at a show.
That was hell nah. You didn't see it? Oh hell nah. That was literally him. That was like let me play that for you.
The demo I'm going to show you is a demo of the dashboard. When Natal, even navigating the menus becomes a magical experience. So one of the coolest things about the dashboard now is that the Xbox instantly recognizes who I am and signs me in automatically. So this type of facial recognition has never been seen in any consumer electronics product. Next, check out our full body motion capture. So, as you can see, when I start making movements with my avatar, it instantly mimics me on screen. You ever wonder what the bottom of an Avatar shoe looks like? Well, bam! There it is.
Well, bam! There it is.
All right, so let's get in and navigate the dashboard. Bam! There it is. Bam! There it is. Bam! There it is. Bam! There it is. Bam! There it is.
Look like he's pop locking with no bones. Go ahead, sorry.
Only thing I want like E3 4 or PlayStation Experience 4 is like, yo, there's nothing like going to like the show floor of these events. Like, you know what I mean? It's talking to other like-minded gamers and playing those events. It's a different experience. But yeah, I agree.
There's energy there.
The online shows, they're effective. They're working. So like, I get why, you know, why nobody ain't gonna pay for no money to put on no show floor. So, and yeah, the state of plays and all that stuff, yeah, it does work. So
listen, all of those shows tend to happen in the USA. You guys live there. It's really, it's much easier for you guys to attend.
When I started on this project, I wasn't a great dancer.
Being there in person makes a big difference for you. For me, couldn't give a shit because
you gonna watch it
doesn't affect me. I can watch it online, and I'm not gonna pay, you know, all of that money to fly over to pay for accommodation just to attend all of that. So. Yeah, from my perspective,
yo, Ramon, check the screen. Look at the embarrassing shit.
Oh no, I feel you in that. I mean, a lot of people's like that too. Like, I still think the biggest showcase is Gamescom, right? Gamescom is still the biggest showcase. A lot of people go in there, you know, physically and all that stuff, interacting. But yeah, I do see these shows like E3 and all that stuff. They're dying down because yeah, like you said, the online events are effective. You know what I mean? They're working. So, and it's cheaper.
Yeah. This was Xbox.
Is this the one that The Rock came on?
Yo, what in the world am I watching here?
I'm gonna miss E3 so much, bro.
Low key, watching this now. Watching this now is like cringe. But back then, this was like, yo, oh, he's moving like that. Oh.
Look at this shit, bro.
Yeah, I thought that was Sarah Bond.
Look at this. Y'all, look at this.
Oh, they going in.
Oh shit.
Well, they all up in there, man. They all up in there.
I'm telling you,
my man
bro.
looking like Napoleon Dynamite.
Yeah. Damn.
Yo, this was the day Xbox was bound to die. Like this was the start. This was the beginning of the end. This day.
I'm picturing. I'm just picturing being in my living room and my wife walks in and sees me doing that.
Hey yo, this was the day, bro. Oh my god.
Y'all trying to be too cool for school. Y'all know y'all was playing some Dance Central.
Oh man, that's
y'all
it.
play some Dance Revolution.
Well, listen, this dude, the dude who made Ninja Gaiden, Itagaki, right? So when it was Project Natal, right, and they had that Star Wars demonstration, and they had all the people come in robes, he told the story. Well, there was a guy who told the story that he saw Itagaki, right? So it was the Microsoft Center, and he said like, yo, everybody was dressed in robes. It was weird. Itagaki came back, sat down, looked around for 5 minutes, saw what was going on, and he just got up and left. And you know that dude's a huge supporter of Microsoft, but he's like, man, get the fuck out of here.
He's not dealing with that.
Hey, yo, this shit is crazy. Yo, I'm telling you, man, we could pinpoint the day Xbox was going downhill. It was that day, bro. That shit was crazy.
You know, it's funny because all of this, for me, is a little bit retrospect because up until this generation, like, you know, for those that don't know, like, my gaming background, you know, I'm more of a gaming mercenary. So, like, I was all about Sega, and then, you know, when Sega died, then I was all about PlayStation.
The highest bidder.
And the highest bidder, exactly. So I more or less ignored Xbox all the way through the OG, the 360, and the One.
Oh man!
And then, you know, when they announced that they bought ZeniMax, I was like, okay. Well, no, I take that back. When they bought Ninja Theory, I was like, okay, so they got Hellblade. Okay, now I'm interested. And then they were making the other moves, you know, towards the end of the Xbox One generation, where I was like, okay, let's see where this goes. And then when they bought ZeniMax, I was like, okay, they're serious. I'm in, and I bought one. And you know, well, we'll see how this carries out, because at the moment, the only reason I'm patient is because I'm catching up on all of their back titles that everybody else fell in love with.
Yeah, you have a lot of games.
Yeah, so when I see these shows and you guys talking about all of the stuff that happened, like I said, I largely ignored Xbox back then, so
no
a lot of this
history.
stuff is new to me. And I'm just like, that happened? Like, you know, and I start to see more why, because a lot of times I'm like, why? I mean, I know Xbox is tripping right now, but why are people like foaming at the mouth about like? And now I'm starting to see why
there's
everybody
so much
is
shit,
so mad.
Bro, listen, have you seen Xbox One unveiling? Have you ever seen?
Okay.
You remember that? The unveiling, the very first unveiling.
I remember snippets of it. I remember snippets of it, and it was pretty embarrassing.
No, man,
I remember
they would show no games. There was no games.
It was all like TV services, right?
Let me see. Xbox One.
You know what was interesting about that period? Because I watched the Xbox One unveiling, and again, I'm not in the US, so I was like, how on earth is this going to work in my region? You know, and I was like, if it's not going to work in Australia, which is, you know, pretty close in terms of culture to the US, I'm like, how is it going to work in France?
Ladies and gentlemen,
how's it going to work
introducing
in the Middle East? You have all of these things about like, ESPN and everything, and I was like, do we even have ESPN in Australia? And I'm sure we did at the time, but I was just like, I don't even know half of these things you're talking about.
All right, so Ramon. So we're gonna show you the Xbox One reveal, right? I'm gonna share my screen. Literally, they compressed the whole show in 1 minute, and this is literally the show. Like this is pretty much all you were gonna get out of the show.
It's the Cliff Notes.
Yeah, this is, but you know what? This is like 90% of the show in 1 minute. So I'm gonna hit the like button for that dude, right? I'm gonna wait till the screen catches up. Now, just everybody stay quiet and just enjoy the unveiling.
Ladies and gentlemen, introducing Xbox One.
TV experience. TV and movies. TV. Xbox. Watch TV. TV. Watch TV. TV remote. TV experience. TV. Sports TV. Anybody? TV. Xbox, go home. TV. Sport. Television, TV. Xbox is about to become the next water cooler. Sports.
Television. I'm thrilled to announce a live-action Halo television series.
Television, TV, sports.
Television, TV. For Call of Duty.
An entirely new Call of Duty for the next generation. Call of Duty.
One of the fascinating new additions to your squad is a dog. This is someone you care about. Call of Duty. All of the new story element. Call of Duty. Our new dog model is taken from high-resolution scans of an actual SEAL team service dog.
Call of Duty. Xbox, go home.
There you go. Now, let me tell you something.
My sides hurt. Oh my god, my stomach hurts.
This man gave me flashbacks.
The worst part is when he said Xbox go home. That just
makes it even worse.
Let me tell you something.
That show was rough to watch.
Let me tell you something. What you saw though, but here's the thing. Not one word was repeated. So it's not like they edited so the guy could say the same thing over like TV. No, each and every word was individually used. Not one word was repeated. Everything you heard, the guy took every single individual statement and combined it. So everything you heard was said originally. So it's not like they took and repeated the word TV 2 or 3 times. No. Each one was unique. That's how many times they said TV, sports, Call of Duty. It was insane, bro. This shit was insane, bro.
Yo. My face hurts. That is crazy.
Yo,
like
bro.
I knew they went in a bad direction, but I didn't know it was that bad.
Bro, you think like the PlayStation dudes are trolling? No, it's that we remember. The North remembers. The North remembers.
It was that bad because like a week later or 2 weeks later, they totally switched up. They was like, "Yo, patch update coming where we're not gonna focus on TV," and it was crazy. Bro.
I'm telling you, the North remembers, bro. It was crazy, bro. It was wild times, man. It was wild times, man. But yeah, man, that's
man. Oh man, how did they think that was a good idea? Right. How did they think that was a good idea?
They tried to remove. Xbox tried to go for the gaming / Roku because everybody back then was doing like Apple TV, Roku, Google Chromecast. They were trying to replace all of that plus gaming. So they try to be that box in the living room where you can watch all your TV, get this smart TV experience and game, but they didn't really execute it as far as like letting people know like, hey, this is how it's gonna be. I feel like they didn't execute it properly. People was like, yo, your first reveal should be gaming because later on,
exactly. You just took the words out of my mouth.
Yeah, PlayStation like a year later was like, hey, we're doing that PlayStation TV program. I forgot the name of it.
Yeah, I know exactly what you're talking about. It was like, I think, wasn't it like PS Channel or PS TV or something like that? Yeah.
I forgot the name. Yeah, PlayStation had their own little joint on the PlayStation 4. And PlayStation made me review it too. It's crazy, but but nobody was mad. Nobody was mad at it. You know what I mean? Because it came after the fact.
Yeah, it was like an off-topic thing. Yo,
man. Oh no, I was gonna say all of this
flashbacks.
The thing that
PS View.
The thing that really PS View. Yeah, there it is. PS View. The thing that really and I hate to pile on or anything. I'm really not trying to do that. But the thing that really kind of gained my respect with PlayStation is if we just take a walk back to the PS3. The PS3 launched extremely expensive, and they really nosedived out of the gate. But there has not, as far as I'm aware, and I've been gaming since the beginning, there has never been a turnaround like the PS3. Look, they got all hands on deck and delivered an entire trilogy in Uncharted, The Last of Us, a Sly game, 2 Infamous, 3, 4 Ratchet games, I think it was, and
games.
Yeah, 3 Resistance games, and I know I'm forgetting like all kinds of stuff. I know I'm forgetting stuff, and the fact that I'm forgetting stuff shows even more. Like there has never been a turnaround like that in history, and they didn't have Daddy Warbucks to just feed them cash, like from the $1 trillion coffer. And I'm not saying that to like take a shot at Xbox or anything. I mean, they use the resources they have, but my respect doesn't mean anything, but I respect the fact that they turned that around on their own and they came with wood that entire generation. And like they pretty much, it was like track where, you trip and fall and then everybody's halfway down the track and you get back up, run, catch up and then win. That's impressive.
It is impressive.
It's impressive.
They did make a comeback, man. They focused on what was important, man. They got slapped up. They paid the price, and they realized what truly made PlayStation successful. And I'm so glad they went back to it because, the first few years of PS3 was rough. I was like, whoa, this is some. Whoa.
That's why, in my opinion, it's their most legendary generation. It wasn't their best generation, but I don't know. I think it's arguable. From a third-party standpoint, it was their weakest generation. Yeah. But that generation was legendary because they turned it around and they set fire.
Yes,
man.
that gen they turned it around. Shout out to Gemini J. He says The Last of Us PC port was done by Iron Galaxy, not Naughty Dog. Is that true, Jaybari? I don't know. I tried to look it up. I can't find it.
I don't know. I was trying to look that up too because I'm seeing Naughty Dog doing this port.
I thought it was another studio and then Naughty Dog took it over.
I saw one review say Iron Galaxy, but I don't see Iron Galaxy.
So that was, I think there was a studio that wanted to do the remake to show themselves that they could do a AAA game. I think it was Visual Studios, whatever they're called. but then Naughty Dog took it
The
over.
Visual Arts Group.
Visual Arts Studio, and then Naughty Dog took it over.
But
everything Naughty Dog is saying here is that what they learned from developing this PC version. So I don't know.
Michael Momboa did clarify that they were always working alongside Naughty Dog, and that it was misreported by the media. So
okay.
You have to find out.
Okay, got it.
You have to find that out.
All right. Thank you. And then we got Smoothie Movie just out here supporting the channel. Thank you very much, my brother. Hey, so let me ask. Go ahead. Were you gonna say something?
Nah, I'm just saying, like, the people that super chat your channel, bro.
What? Smoothie Bell. That's, you know what I'm saying. That's
hey, guys, we got 369 people, man. Let's hit the like button.
Yeah,
please.
hit that like button, man. We're providing world class entertainment, right? Hey, so that's the next topic. Like this, who the hell is this Luke Stevens dude, right? And these guys coming out in the work. Well, I guess he's a big YouTuber, all that stuff. But let me read what he said. And I'm noticing, and the reason I'm bringing this up because this is a trend now. Now I'm like, wait a minute. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, wait a minute. What's this trend going on? But this is what he said. Even the most hardcore Sony fan will agree that Sean was a much better face for PS than Jim. He stood side by side with the competition because gaming to him was bigger than just the business. Jim notably has been absent at all those events where he have to share a stage with Phil. He's a business guy, not a gamer, and the fact is painfully evident. Long term, having someone like that at the helm will negatively affect your gaming business. If Sony doesn't course correct soon, I think they'll find themselves in a real bad spot with gamers by the end of the generation. Consider this a prediction. Now, so this is let me give my point, and then I'm gonna turn it over to you guys. What the hell is he talking about? Like, yo, I don't understand this generation of gamers or guys like him, where the actual success of a console isn't if a guy accepts an award or, you know, historical gaming figure or if he's Jesus. I don't give a shit if I don't even know any of their names. Consoles has always been built off the backs of the games. And arguably speaking, this gen kicked off with almost gamers across the board are saying this has been Sony's strongest start, period, when compared to any other gen, especially from a first party. I don't understand guys like Luke Stevens who care more about what the exec, who's probably making 14, 15, 16, 17 million dollars a year. Who gives a shit? Like, is the console doing what it's supposed to do, which is provide the goddamn games? I don't give a shit if Phil Spencer's the nicest man in the world. He ain't providing no goddamn games. That's just me. You understand what I'm saying? It's all about the console. Let me turn over to Ramon. We'll kick you off. What do you think about this? Like, is how an exec view all these shows, nice guy, look like Jesus, really that important? Even close to being important as what the console does in the games you play? Let me know.
Okay. So I'm gonna try not to breathe fire through my.
I already said that earlier, Porter Rock.
First of all, I think anyone who has that perspective, I start to doubt whether or not they actually play games. That's number one. Number two, anybody who's worried about what an executive looks like, talks like, whether or not they have freaking tea and crackers on camera with everybody else, has their priorities all screwed up. And third, that part of his statement was an oxymoron when he says, well, it's not technically an oxymoron, but when he says that Jim Ryan, the way he operates, is going to put PlayStation in a bad place with gamers. Let's walk that back for a second. Jim Ryan not being a public, relatable figure is going to put PlayStation in a bad place with, and I quote, gamers. That makes no sense. It puts him in a bad place with content creators because they don't have drama to drum up.
Say it louder.
Instead, they actually got to play games.
Say it louder in the back.
Content creators are the ones, like content creators, I take that back because all of you guys are content creators. Content creators like him have a problem with Jim Ryan because he doesn't give them drama to go off of because they don't play games. If they play games, they would have plenty to talk about. I listen to this show. I listen to What's Up PlayStation. I listen to Gaz and all these other dudes talk about games. I mean, yeah, y'all, you know, everybody gets into the jokes and everything, but there's games to play. We have an infinite amount of games to play. But if you don't play games, you got to find content from somewhere. And it amazes me how this community is so unique that people who don't indulge in the hobby somehow want to have a presence in said hobby
without
and are worried about executives.
Yo, it's crazy, bro.
Like it just blows my mind, dude. I'm gonna go ahead and stop because it just makes me want to just breathe fire, dude. I can't stand people like that. The hell do I care about a CEO when I got games to play?
All right, next up, Extreme, but let me do the super chat. Mount Cash 1 says, showing the channel some love. Chat, hit the like button. Salute P-Rock and panel. Mount, what's good? Extreme.
But P-Rock, I already told you, man.
Is your name goddamn Extreme?
Well, are you just gonna just take over my
My bad,
wow,
Extreme.
man. Wow, man. Wow.
My
Jesus.
bad. It's just, I just like it when I'm slightly right. I said slightly.
I like the way you're still talking. I like the way you're still talking, though.
You ain't gotta be
Listen,
my bad. Let me just keep
you're gonna
taking
get
over
your
your
turn.
spot.
No, you're gonna get your turn. Extreme.
Wait your turn, boy.
What are you gonna
Thank
do?
you.
Oh shit! What you gonna do? What you got? What you got?
First off, don't call me boy.
Oh,
All right.
boy.
I apologize, good sir. I apologize, my man. I do. Okay, so when it comes to this, I'm exactly feeling like Ramon. When I saw this yesterday, I was seeing red because I was like, wait, do I go to like the CEO of Volkswagen and be like, hey, I need my car repaired and they don't have the parts, but are you a mechanic? Because if you're a mechanic, I'll forgive you because I need you to be down there on the ground level doing the thing. I don't give a shit if Phil Spencer is a gamer. Like, I truly don't. I don't think that being a gamer is good or bad to leading the gaming business. But when he says something like, oh, Jim Ryan is a business person. Oh my God, he's a business guy. And I'm like, yeah, I kind of want a business leader to lead the PlayStation business. Actually, not only that, I wish Jim Ryan never played games outside of his work commitments. Like, I want this motherfucker stressed about getting me games. I don't want him enjoying games. I don't want him going home at night. I want him to go home at night, see a PlayStation and get PTSD because he's just thinking about how hard the meetings were. Because, like, I want him to never touch a PlayStation console unless he has to. Because I want him going out there fighting every single day to bring us great games. Like, this notion that Phil Spencer can just be online talking to gamers, playing games, chilling, relaxing, while not getting us games, that's insulting to me. Like, if you're giving me the games and you're enjoying them, fair enough. But I think there have been reports of like Phil Spencer going, hey, the game that I looked the most forward to last year, he said it was God of War Ragnarok. And I'm like, how dare you say that? You should have a game from your stable of studios that you're like, hey guys, this is going to be the shit. Like, I don't care if you had to say Pentiment. Say Pentiment. Lie. Just lie. But put up your own brand. I don't care. Like, how dare you? Imagine if, like, the CEO of Mercedes was like, oh yeah, the car I'm most looking forward to is the new Ford GT. You'd be like, the fuck? What?
Bad, bro.
Yeah, exactly. I'm just like, why are you promoting, or even, how dare you even mention the name of your competitor? Go ahead and say, oh shit, yeah, we are releasing the new Mercedes A-Class. It's a new bus. That's the car I'm looking most forward to. I don't care if you're not releasing anything. Bus. Don't you dare say the competitor's like product is the thing you're most looking forward to. I would never invest in your business. Never, ever. And so far, I have never done so. So I am. And when this comes from like quote unquote gamers, like they care more about Phil's appearance and the fact that this guy gives interviews every Tuesday and Sunday, I'm just like, why? When are you working? When are you doing the thing you're supposed to do?
May I just jump in really, really fast because Extreme, you reminded me of something that I just want to quote real fast and I'll give it back up.
Of course.
I'm not going to say who, but it was a certain show that I was watching that one of the panel was like, you know, everybody was laughing. He's like, well, we love Phil Spencer because he talks to us.
I
know what.
I'm not gonna say it.
For those of you that know, I know. If you know, you know. I know exactly what you're talking about. He literally said that.
I'm not gonna say it because I'll try not to be messy.
I was like,
but those of you that know,
if you know, you know.
That's a lot of their sentiments. When it comes to
guys, like, listen, man. If you have the CEO of a car company and you're releasing like a scooter and nothing else that year, that better be the product that you're most
Then you
looking
better
forward to
ride that
year.
scooter. Because if you ain't
better
willing,
promote the shit out of that scooter,
if you
man.
ain't willing
You
to
better
ride your own
kiss it.
scooter, how you gonna convince
You better
other
kiss
people?
it. I don't want to hear nothing about your competition. How dare you say God of War Ragnarok is your favorite game? You're the head of fucking Xbox. Say Pentiment, motherfucker.
I understand the sentiment, but it's a terrible idea, especially when you're playing catch up and not doing the best job playing catch up at the time.
Yeah,
dude.
Like if they were standing toe to toe, if they were standing
Look-
toe to toe with Sony, then it would be a different story.
Yo,
But right now,
Ramon, you know how you have been like just investing in the Xbox? Imagine how disrespectful it is for you to be like, okay, I put my $500 down, and the guy at the head of this product
Said he
is
likes
like, nah, man, I really love what the competition's doing. That's where my money is going. Because PlayStation isn't sending him a free copy.
But I'll buy the PS5.
that
It's
is
just
a
like,
very
oh shit,
solid
my
point.
PlayStation 5 is lit this holiday. Like,
Man, I got the God of War controller too. I got the panels.
it's just like that.
In fact, I'm having my Xbox custom painted for God of War.
Yo, imagine you walk into McDonald's and the guy is about to order your food. He's eating Five Guys burger. He's like, "What do you want?"
Yo,
He'd be like, well, apparently not
imagine
McDonald's.
if Jim Ryan came out and he was like, "Oh yeah, man, the next Halo, boy, I'm on that sucker day one. Like, fuck this shit. I don't care what we're making.
Oh,
next Halo, that's me. Add me at Jimmy Boy."
Yo, it'll be messed up. It'll be messed up if Starfield and Spider-Man comes out at the same time and somebody finds Phil Spencer's PSN ID and they catch him playing Spider-Man the day Starfield drops.
That would be freaking hilarious.
Somebody takes a screenshot. Somebody takes a screenshot. Their friends
but
list. It's like, yo, Phil's playing Spider-Man 2, dog.
The day of Starfield launch, that would be the
Yo, Porto at the cover, they'll be like, he's such a gamer, he cares so much about the industry.
Yeah,
He doesn't let himself be restricted to
He's not a
plastic boxes.
fanboy. He plays what he wants to
Oh
play.
my god, he just plays everything. He's so great. This is
shit.
Phil Spencer.
Yo, shout out to Smoothie Movie again, man. My man's out here supporting the channel. He's loving the content. I'm glad you guys are enjoying it. Hey, hit the like button. Hey, so Yusas, all right. I'm gonna say the best for last, which is because I know Jaybari got some stuff today. You know, because he's been going at it with these fake gamers for the last 2 weeks. He's at war against these fake gamers. But so I'm gonna start with Yusas.
Loving the villain arc.
Go ahead, yeah, man. Like you just
My
created
hats
the
off
villain.
to you, man. I don't know how to test intestinal fortitude.
They created Evil
having
Bari.
ulcers and shit.
This is Evil Bari, bro. So, but Yusas,
I love it.
here's your chance, Yusas.
What's up, Porter Rock? What's up?
Okay, this is your chance. What do you think about these
Okay.
gamers more worried about how an exec looks rather than the content of the console? And please, I hope you understand the question I'm asking you. Do not bring up Game Pass.
No, just please repeat that question again.
Okay,
'cause I want to
I
answer.
could respect that. I could respect that. Okay, how do you feel that we now have gamers prioritizing how a CEO or a company exec looks and acts as a representation of the gaming console rather than worrying about the actual games for the gaming console?
You know, like you already said, there are fake gamers because it's like we're growing into this generation where people don't even want to buy games anymore. They just want to rely on subscription service.
I knew you were gonna bring Game Pass. This motherfucker fights away,
I didn't say Game Pass.
All the time. Yo, he's smooth with this shit, bro. He is smooth, bro. He still found a way, bro. This dude is a lawyer. But you know what? I'm gonna let you cook. Go ahead. You floor's yours. Pop off. Go ahead, Yusas. Pop off.
Because you gotta understand, man. All this advertising, what we gonna be seeing, what we gonna be receiving, and then you just involving another company exclusivity into your argument. It's just a waste. You know what I mean? They're doing all of that just for attention instead of actually going out there and buying games.
All right, you good? That was it?
That's all I gotta say.
All right. Okay.
We just got.
Man, you could have just said Game Pass is trash. I mean, that's pretty much once again. I gotta admit, bro, that was the most impressive segue into bashing Game Pass, you outdone yourself with this one, bro. You found a way and you did it. Yo, I was like, yo, he still found a way. And that was very specific, but you still guided that to the ultimate point.
Can I just say, I want the podcast with Yusas and Dark. I think that would be amazing.
Yo, Yusas, them two, found a way. Now, of course, the villain of the story, Jaybari, man. These dudes don't want to buy games. They want gas.
Real talk.
Now they care about execs, bro. They care about execs. What's going on?
I just had like a slow poll moment because I just realized what Extreme said. That would be it. That would be funny as hell. Dark and what's his name?
Right?
Yeah.
Right?
Uses.
Yo, that'd be good.
I don't think that show will ever end, bro. That show will go on forever.
I respect Quarterback's brother, man. I've spoke to him before too, so I don't think it will be that extreme as you guys are going to paint it as. But also,
I think
on top of that, like. I don't know if you already talked about it, about how
whoa,
they involved the Congress.
We gotta let Bari. No. We gotta let Bari say his piece. He's the villain. I saved the best for last for this one, because this is just these are just the type of gamers we got now. They care about gas. They care about. You go ahead, Jaybari. You go ahead.
Listen, they care about everything that they say they don't care about, bro. You know what I mean? Like. Really, when I saw this tweet, I ignored it because I was like, I'm not entertaining these dumbass dudes, man. Like, I think we take too much time to entertain these dumbass comments. I don't even know this dude, to be honest with you. He said he got 350K subs. No. I don't know what that means, whatever it is. But let's break down what he's saying here, because he's saying that Sean Layden is a better face for PlayStation than Jim.
A better face.
So what I guess what he's meaning there is he's saying that Sean is more presentable, like he can do like shows and stuff like that.
Yeah, so I guess he'll stand right next to Phil Spencer. Like he shows the picture. Okay. He hangs out. He plays games. He was just an overall good guy. Like for example, I'll use one quote. He says in relation to Jim Ryan, he's a business guy, not a gamer, and that fact is painfully evident. Which I don't see why it's painful. Like I don't know. Like
let's continue to break this down, P-Right, right?
I don't know.
Because at the end of the day, it doesn't matter how personable Sean Layden can be, or a better face or whatnot. If he wasn't delivering the games, he wouldn't be in the position. That's all it comes down to, is you delivering the games. Jim Ryan could be whoever he is, at these PlayStation shows or behind the doors. If he's getting the PlayStation gamers the games that they want to play, that should be the focus. Like, yo, this man is delivering a lot of games for PS5. He has delivered a lot of games for PS4. Sean Layden, I think, was a great leader for when it came to first party games. But Sean Layden and Jim Ryan is not at the same position. Jim Ryan is the
Thank you.
It's the head of PlayStation, all of that stuff.
Thank you.
That's European, that's Japan, that's American. He's the head of everything. You know what I mean? Sean Layden, I think Sean Layden was just like
Worldwide Studios.
Worldwide Studios and whatnot. You know what I mean? Yeah. At the end of the day, I think Sean did a great job when it came to PlayStation and delivering a lot of cool, games on PS4. Also, yeah, he was that face of PlayStation where he was, approachable, or he can go on stage and talk and all that stuff. Jim is not that person. But regardless if Jim is that person or not, if Sean wasn't delivering the games, nobody would be talking about how personable he is or how much of a better face of PlayStation he is. If he ain't delivering no good games, nobody would care. So, like, a lot of things people are talking about and trying to make war off with execs, like, it's dumb, man. At the end of the day, if you want to make a war of the execs, don't talk about the personalities. Talk about what games have they delivered while they was in charge or whatnot. You know what I mean? That's the conversation if you want to get into like any type of war with that. But this is just a dumbass tweet I saw, and I was like, you know what? I'm ignoring this bullshit because it's too many dumb takes in gaming in 2023 now. This is what's running gaming. It's no gameplay. I'm pretty sure if you go on this man's Twitter channel or Twitter page, you're not going to see not one game clip. You know what I'm saying?
He'll have a 30 gamer score.
That's what I'm saying. You're not seeing none of that, but he want to talk about the face and the business and all stuff painfully evident and whatnot. What games did you buy? Huh? What games did you buy? I don't know how can anybody be upset at Jim. Jim be saying some crazy stuff sometimes, but at the end of the day, Jim delivers. He delivered a game. PS5 as one of the best launch. PlayStation 5 is the best launch of PlayStation ever.
Facts.
You know what I mean? And they still delivering games. Look at the games that you're getting this year. You got VR2, you got Final Fantasy, Spider-Man, all in 1 year coming. You know what I mean? I don't know what the hell people be thinking and talking about, man. At the end of the day, it's what we playing. You know what I mean? Are we having fun with these games? Are they coming out on a consistent basis, on a frequent basis? That's all that matters, man. You know what I mean? Whether they're personal or not, yeah, because you probably want to get them on your podcast or your interview or whatnot. Jim ain't doing that. Okay, let's put that shit in the chalking board. You know what I mean? Chalk that joint up. Jim ain't coming to your podcast. He's not coming to no interview. But guess what he's going to be doing? He's going to deliver you Final Fantasy 16 and Spider-Man 2.
Which doesn't matter when you don't play games.
And Stellar Blade, Yams. We got Yams of the Year. Shout out to Jake.
Can I just say, this is another trend of people using PlayStation success to try to undermine PlayStation success. Is when they be like, Horizon Forbidden West wasn't as good a game as God of War Ragnarok. And it's like, yeah, okay, that's your opinion. But then they try to make it seem like, oh yeah, because they'll be like, oh, Uncharted 2 is better than Uncharted 4. And I'm like, okay, why can't you find a game from the competing platforms?
Well, because even Microsoft said they don't have those type of games.
Exactly. You know, you're just like, what the hell? So you can't just keep saying that, oh, this person on this leader of PlayStation was so good. He was much better than this leader of PlayStation, who also is excellent. Like, what are we doing?
All of this gives me a theory, and it's an unfortunate side of human beings, but human beings love to see someone like the hero, aka the successful, rise up, become the villain, and fall and tear him down the ground, and they tear him down, and then they make a comeback again. Like there's something about tearing down, wanting to tear down somebody who's doing well, you know what I mean? Like it's weird. Like it's this weird thing. Like they can even not do anything wrong, but humans, if you're on top for too long, they start to tear you down because they're like, man, I'm getting sick of this person. Blah blah blah. Exactly. Yeah, exactly. So it's like, and the launch of the PS5, in my opinion, has been an example of that. I had no problem. Like when Xbox revealed the Series X during the Game Awards, that pretty much almost pushed me completely over the edge. So I was in Xbox's corner in terms of making a comeback. You know, I'm a PlayStation gamer because I'm invested and I love the games.
You like games? Oh
yeah, because I like games. But I was like, okay, cool. Xbox is actually coming back. But then you could see the concerted effort by the media. Every single little thing PlayStation did, they made a conflagration out of it, and ignored the fact that there hasn't been a game. I mean, I guess you could say Wii Sports, but when it was the last time a air quotes high-end gaming console has had a pack-in game and a pack-in game of that quality? That is still ignored. Astro's Playroom is still ignored to this day, and it blows my mind. That was a game I would have paid for that they packed in with the console, and it was a high-quality game. And it's still ignored and placed, and no console has done that in I don't know how long.
Yeah, packing game,
and it's still ignored.
Talk about that. My bad to disrupt you, my friend. I told Porter Rock about that a while ago.
No, we're not going back to that. We're not doing that. We're not going down that rabbit hole. But actually, I know what you mean, brother. Let me do this super chat right here.
Yusas popped in for the "I told you so." Yeah, that's it.
My man said, "Astro." Also, that we're not doing that. JD Gamer with the $20 super chat. So he is passionate about this tweet. He said, Jaybari. P-Rock. Come on, tell me y'all got more than this. You have got to have more than this. These are the weakest arguments I have ever heard from you. P-Rock, I know you can do better than this. / who cares? Brother, man, JD Gamer. I haven't seen you in a while, man. I hope you're in good health. But let's see here, brother. You are part of the crew that literally call Phil Spencer, Phil Aurelius Maximus Dominus Prime, or whatever the fuck. That's literally the issue here, right? The issue that we're having here, and it's not really an issue, because obviously, it's preventing these non-gamers taking over and creating a narrative that is all about how Execs looks and not the content of the games or the games that you get on the platform. That should always be the benchmark for any platform. But y'all want these weird names. You want to go with, you guys want to idolize Lulu Chang and Sarah Bond. Like, yo, I hear y'all talk more about those people than the actual goddamn games. Like, and we're not doing that on the PlayStation side. On PlayStation side, nah. Most PlayStation gamers don't even know who Jim Ryan is. I guarantee most don't know. But they know who the hell Spider-Man is. Guarantee a lot of people going to know about Final Fantasy 16, Final Fantasy 7 Remake, Wolverine. And that's what it's all about, right? Arguably speaking, this gen is pretty much being carried, like, outside what Nintendo's doing, but based on the new consoles that came out in November 2020, which was Xbox and PlayStation. PlayStation's been carrying this gen on its back. I'm sorry. It is what it is. It is what it is. When you think of
Xbox really didn't push anything this generation to sell that console.
Yeah, even my brother, right? And he plays nothing but Xbox. But he will tell you, if it wasn't for Game Pass, he would not be able to tell people to get an Xbox. There's just nothing else. He would tell you Game Pass is literally carrying Xbox on his back. It's literally that. If it wasn't for that, why are you going to get Xbox? I don't fucking know.
The biggest problem I have this street is that I don't even care that they're worshipping Phil Spencer, because I've given up on that. For me, it's villainizing what should actually matter. Like that, oh my god, you buy games? How dare you? At $70?
$70, you the problem.
How could you? Like, seriously, they've tried to villainize the things that matter to us. So we have a good business leader that knows that he's not good on camera, so he doesn't go on camera. What a villain. We have like games that are worth the quality they ask for, and then we pay for those. How terrible. We have all of these things that are going great. It's like, oh my god, all of the first part. Remember how they talk about money hat? Oh my god, I hate that term. What does that even mean? How can you money hat the person?
They don't even know what it means.
Yeah, just...
How can you money hat someone that has 100 times more money than you?
They outspent the biggest company in the world, at least the second biggest. Wow, Jace.
Yeah, how the broke company is supposed to be bullying the $1 trillion company?
They literally go money hat like somehow you're just like I'm just like, wait, what do you mean? How could Sony and another example, sorry to go on a tangent, but when we talk about Spider-Man releasing for the Xbox or on Xbox and how Marvel approached them first, people always say, oh my god, Xbox was damn bad that year. Who were they going to get? Who was possibly going to make Spider-Man for Xbox? And I'm like, Insomniac.
They could have bought them.
The people that made Spider-Man
they weren't owned yet.
Yeah, they weren't owned yet. They weren't owned
yet.
They had
literally just come from just come from making a partnership with Xbox.
Exactly. They technically made Sunset Overdrive.
Why didn't you... Because they always say that. They're like, oh, they only have 5 studios. Who was going to do it? I'm like, the person that did it. The person that did it. That was who could have done it.
Yeah.
You know? So this idea that PlayStation is somehow money hatting these things, I'm just like, no. That can't even possibly happen. The person that has 1,000 times more money than you cannot then go, oh my god, you're financially bullying me. Oh no.
Especially, that's how they were able to get ABK. Shout out to J71889. He says, enough of me. We are going to let our games do the talking. Parentheses, Jim Ryan. The greatest quote ever by a gaming CEO. And then literally, that's all he's been doing.
Facts.
Just let the games do the talking. Everything else.
Enough of me.
He's like
games do the talking.
Let y'all Twitter motherfuckers do on Twitter. I'm just gonna get these games out there. And that's at the end of the day. That's just crazy, bro.
Jim was in his bag that day, boy. He's like,
that was the perfect line. That was the perfect line, and they've been living by it. And as much as I wouldn't, and it's obviously coming to the point where it's necessary. But as much as a showcase would be nice to have tomorrow, the fact is, they've been drowning us in games, and as long as they're doing that, I got patience for when the next show comes.
Right.
Thank you, Ramon. Right. Thank you.
So
I'm drowned in VR games, bro. There's VR games I ain't even boot up yet.
Hey, just know that by the end of 2024 Game Awards, we may see a sneak peek of Uncharted 5.
That's a bold prediction.
We already saw like a little.
Why? That's a bold prediction.
Boy, where does that even come from? I mean, I'm not arguing it. I'm just saying, like, I like your swagger.
You know that commercial that they had?
Yeah, that was like a little Easter egg almost. Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, listen, guys.
They had Cassie.
No, my question is Stream. Why is that a bold prediction?
Listen. Here's why I think that's a bold prediction. Because aside from that teaser, which I saw the teaser, I just think that's a lot of trailer conversation trying to make something out of nothing. That's personally how I see it. Because there's been a lot of Silent Hill before it was announced. People were going for years about Silent Hill. Then people were going for years about Metal Gear Solid remake. People going for years about this, and then
that's the one I want.
Yeah, exactly. So that teaser, while it was a nice gesture, I'm just like, that's not enough for me to found like an entire belief in this game. But hey,
I mean, we still got the little devil inside that still haven't released yet. We still got Pragmata, whatever that space game is. We still got Stellar Blade. We got hella games like Wolverine.
Wait, what? What was that? What were you talking about?
I don't understand what.
Where's the segue?
Forgive you.
That's what I was saying.
My man's on his random
we
shit.
We got to give that Uncharted time, and people are dying for a next Uncharted game.
I don't think anyone is dying for a next Uncharted game.
Oh, you'd be amazed.
If there's another Uncharted game, I don't think it's going to be from Naughty Dog. I think
no, it won't be. It won't be.
This dude out here like Cheech and Chong.
Neil already said that they're doing a new project or whatnot. But I think like one of them other studios, I forgot which one, probably might do like Uncharted. But yeah, that's
people are dying for the next Jack and Daxter far more than they're dying for the next Uncharted. Like, I would take
either one.
Okay, so then 2023 Game Award, we're gonna see a Jack and Daxter sneak peek. How does that sound?
Yo,
that's absolutely not gonna happen.
Even
that's not gonna happen. That's not gonna happen. Naughty Dog, as much as I would love Naughty Dog to bring back Jack and Daxter, they have gone in a completely different direction. And they're not. That's not Naughty Dog anymore.
Ramon, I fully agree with you. By the way, I fully do. But if it happened, man, like when you're like,
oh yeah, I'd be there day one. Yeah.
Oh, dude, I would love it.
I would love to be wrong. I would love to be wrong.
Yeah,
Jack and Daxter
right here, and Franklin Richards, boy, he said, "Yeah, I'm just gonna reality warp this game."
My man's gonna win.
Yo, I want Jack and Daxter in the Last of Us universe if he has to. Just make it happen.
Shit.
Man, if I never hear the words "The Last of Us" again, I'll be all right.
Here we go, JD.
What do you mean by that? What do you mean by that?
I'm just ready. I'm just ready for something else.
You want something new?
And this is my selfish opinion. It's my selfish opinion. I appreciate the sheer quality that went into The Last of Us. So this is by no means giving smoke to The Last of Us. The quality is unsurpassed. It's just that I'm ready for Naughty Dog to do something different again. Like
you're safe. I agree with you. We're good.
He said you're safe.
I'm ready for them to do something new.
There'll be no disrespect to Ramon. There'll be no disrespect, alright?
Ramon nearly walked to that edge. Then he's like, nah.
He is a thespian, so show some respect. Alright?
Yo, Ramon, actually you and I agree. I was talking last week that I want a sci-fi game from Naughty Dog. That's what I want.
That would be amazing.
See Space Odyssey. I miss Mass Effect.
I wanted to finish the story of The Last of Us. Then they can move on.
You want part 3? What they're gonna do with part 3 though?
Cure the World.
Ellie's story.
What story?
Yo, I want them to team
Abby
up.
lost like 150 pounds of muscle, and she swam away on a boat. Like what else? Yeah, Ellie lost her girl. Abby's like $109 with short hair. Like
I just want to look forward to Naughty Dog games again and not be depressed.
You think? Let me finish. If they do a part 3, you think they're gonna continue Ellie's story, or do you think they might just include a new aspect?
Ellie Abby tag team like Spider-Man.
I think Ellie and Abby would team up somehow.
Speak it.
It's gonna be like a
But what would be the catalyst?
Like this person versus this person, like Batman versus Superman, but they ended up clashing and meeting up, teaming up to beat the bigger villain.
But what would be the catalyst?
You ain't never lied. You ain't never lied.
What do you think would be the catalyst? Like something gotta happen to get them two together.
Yeah, the inciting incident.
Can I suggest one? Because I've been thinking about this.
Go ahead.
So you know how what is it? Abby's dad was supposed to, be the doctor that actually gets the cure done on Ellie. I think Abby finds another doctor, maybe like a dad's colleague, who is like, I'm ready to do this cure. If you can track down this girl, we're ready to do it. So Abby goes back looking for Ellie, and then that's when she's like, so if you want to fulfill your life's purpose, I know someone. And then that's a catalyst incident.
I'm with that.
You know why? I could fuck with that. You know why? Because at the end of the game, they actually do the thing and they actually save the world, and then that's it. They finish the story.
Exactly, story over,
and everything comes in full circle.
It's beautiful.
Oh, all right, Neil. Neil, you heard it. You heard it, Neil. Neil's probably like, God damn it, he took my story. All right,
now it's delayed.
Now it's delayed. Now you definitely not getting it. Now you're gonna get on chart. Now you're gonna get Jack and Daxter for opening your mouth. JD Gamer. Oh, he goes JD Gamer. He goes, how dare y'all talk about money adding? Every one of you has a Twitter, and I know 5 years ago, right before Xbox bought its first set of studios, all y'all did was talk about MS money adding too. Not me. I don't give a shit. I can't speak for other people. Listen,
5 years ago, so
none of that shit bothers me because the number one rule, and I will say it again, and I say it all the times: if you want to play certain games, get the platform that it has. The game that made me buy an Xbox One was Cuphead.
Exactly.
Cuphead. And I beat the game before half of y'all, and Xbox beat the game. When people be like, "Oh, you already beat the game, Puerto Rock," and I'm like, "You did?" Like, yo, this game is bad. Yo, if you want to play the game, get the platform. It is what it is. It is what it is, bro.
Part of the fun, in my opinion anyway, part of the fun is bouncing back between my consoles. Like, like I just finished recently Forza Horizon 5, and like, man, those Forza games make me smile. They do. I just love them so much. And it's like, it's fun because like, I'm almost finished with Tales of Arise now. And I remember putting in the disc and loading in Tales of Arise as I was doing my last couple of races in Forza Horizon 5. And then when I finished, turned off my Xbox, put the controller on the dock and moved right over to my PlayStation. Like, that's part of the fun of it.
It's like a racing game.
What's that?
Racing
game. Porter was throwing up on stream. He hates it.
Oh yeah, that's right. You hate racing.
Don't mention it.
I need some pep. Hey, let's knock out the last topic. So, 11 members of Congress in the United States apparently are saying that it's Sony's fault that Xbox sucks in Japan. All right, we'll start out with Jaybari. We'll start with Jaybari. Jaybari, how you feel about that? That is PlayStation's fault that Xbox sucks.
I find it bullshit when I read it. Microsoft don't market. They're not in Japan at all. You know what I mean? I feel like the effort that Microsoft has done in Japan has been lackluster at best. You know what I mean? There's many times during like Tokyo Game Shows and years they wasn't even there. The best effort they have made is the later half of Xbox One generation. You know what I mean? So regardless of what it is, you're a company coming from the outside. If you're not putting the effort, if you're not trying to get those games that people like and try to cater to that fan base, they're not gonna buy your shit anyway. So I don't know how Congress could be like, yo, it's Sony's fault, that's where they're from, is Japan. The reason why Xbox is doing bad, where they're trying to come in and trying to have a presence within that market, is just ludicrous to me. Even though they haven't done anything. Like, I feel like every region, especially now, like Microsoft doesn't really market like that. You know what I mean? Their marketing comes mostly from word of mouth or
refrigerators.
Or it's like some Game Pass type of thing. You know what I mean? Like you don't see an Xbox game on like watching through ESPN. I watch ESPN all the goddamn time, right? I'm watching First Take. I'm watching Get Up. I'm watching all those shows all the goddamn time, and I never see an Xbox commercial. I don't see Xbox slapping their games all over Times Square. You know what I mean? Those type of marketing pushes to like, yo, put this in people's faces. So I don't know how anybody can say it's anybody else's fault for Microsoft wrongdoings or Microsoft lack of doing when they don't really do shit. Microsoft want to do the bare minimum when it comes to being in gaming. They don't market like that, but they want people to subscribe to their services and buy their games through word of mouth. It's just more lucrative for them. not shelling out that much or putting out that much money to market, and gain as much whatever through free marketing that the fan base is doing and all that stuff. So I read the article. I was like, that's bullshit. You know what I mean? And I see people running with it as well. Like, yeah, I agree. Like, how you agree? They don't overmarket. You don't care about this market. You don't play these type of games. They obviously don't care about these games. They don't promote these games like that. It's just ludicrous, man, in my opinion.
Okay. All right. Extreme, what do you think? Is it PlayStation's fault? The Xbox sucks ass in Japan?
Listen, Xbox sucks ass pretty much everywhere but North America. And what I mean by that isn't even the quality of the product, which I think is subpar, but that's my opinion. But it's the mindshare of the people that matters. Because you talked about this in Germany before. I can talk about it in certain parts of Africa and in Australia. When you tell someone that you game, they ask you which PlayStation do you have. Like, it's a Kleenex for tissues. Everybody knows that Kleenex is just a brand of tissues, but Kleenex is almost like the default noun for a tissue. Same thing with PlayStation and video games. So even if the Japanese government made it a lot more favorable, even unfairly so, for Xbox to come in and have a real shot, I just don't see why Japanese gamers would gravitate towards their product, given what Jaybari has said. You don't advertise, you don't secure deals, exclusive deals. I know that's a forbidden concept now. Exclusive deals for your console to appeal to those gamers. And the fact is, PlayStation is just the default. You know, in Japan, of course, Nintendo is also a really strong player, so it's really like a two-horse kind of race. But Xbox doesn't do enough of its own to help itself, and no government intervention is ever going to change the mindshare for the consumers. Xbox is just going to have to do the hard work, put in the work, create games, make deals, and give people a reason to buy their product. That's all.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Ramon. Or is he here? Or he left? Oh, he left. Okay. Yusas.
No, I'm here. Can you hear me?
Okay. Oh, yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
Go ahead. How do you feel about that? That the United States government says that's Sony's fault. Xbox is trash in Japan.
Like, I mean, it just smacks of not even understanding the situation. First of all, they literally just shouldered right past Nintendo, who leads by a mile over PlayStation in Japan, to blame Sony for Xbox not getting a foothold in Japan. But Xbox is desperately trying to get a foothold back in North America, and that's their strongest market. So I mean, what can Sony do to outright block Xbox from getting into Japan? That's Xbox's fault. I mean, Jaybari already said it all, and Extreme just came with it as well. Like, Sony can't stand up and block $1 trillion company from getting a foothold in Japan. Only their lack of knowing I can't even talk. Only their lack of action and proper action can do that for them. Nobody is stopping Microsoft but Microsoft. They are a $2 trillion company. There is nothing that a $1 billion-something company can do to stop them from doing what they need to do. So I don't even believe that Jim Ryan believed he was going to block the ABK deal. He was just probably trying to delay it. They have all the money in the world to make things happen. It's just the decisions that they've been making, and that's all it is to it. So this whole, keeping them out of the Japanese market, I don't know where that came from or where they thought that up, but it's a bunch of nonsense.
Okay. All right. I mean, I just found that interesting. But I get it. The real thing is, Microsoft are donating to those campaigns. They're trying to get the Activision deal, so I think they're trying to make a case to help them fight against the FTC. It is what it is. But I'm going to tell you, if you're a gamer, Microsoft sucked ass when it comes to Japan. It is what it is. I would say primarily they just didn't make the games most Japanese gamers wanted. I mean, that's at the end of the day, it is what it is. JD Gamer. Oh man, he out here. He gonna make sure Xbox is protected. Shout out to JD Gamer. He says, doesn't matter how y'all feel, panel. Sony messed up messing around with MS. Now they're gonna see what the real money can do. Xbox has never had this kind of support before. I'm gonna tell you something. Xbox always had money. The problem is they ain't got management. You understand what I'm saying? Xbox was might be
facts.
Xbox was might
Xbox
be
don't have the money. Xbox don't have the money. It's Microsoft.
Yeah.
Microsoft is funding
sure.
a lot of their stuff.
Xbox does not support itself. Microsoft does.
The way I see it, the Xbox was reminding me of that kid on a basketball court with the most expensive sneaker, the fresh outfit, but the motherfucker can't ball. So why you bought all this shit for, bro? You got $200 J's, $100 shorts. You got the sweatband. You got the $50. You got everything, bro. Yo,
the headbands, and the socks,
all balled out, bro. Even your socks is like $30, premium Nike socks, and you can't even do a layup, like, bro.
And then daddy pays the coach to let the kid in the game on the team.
Like everybody else.
And now the kid wants to buy the park. He's like, I'm gonna buy this
you know
entire
what? I'm gonna buy the park and none of y'all can play. Like, yo, bro, like what? Like, yo, that's what it is. And you know what's funny, JD Gamer? You spent like all last gen damage controlling. But now you admit Xbox ain't got no support. And now things are gonna be different. Yeah, you Xbox dudes. Yo, it's crazy how in 2023 they're admitting shit now. When we've been telling Jaybari,
like, oh yeah, we did suck the entire time.
Yo, Jaybari, how many times we were in podcasts with these dudes in 2016, and they swore shit was sweet. I don't know.
Everything was green grass and dandelions.
now all of a sudden they started to realize shit's crazy. But anyway, all right. So that's the last topic. We're about to cut it out. Hey, we're gonna start with Ramon. Man, hey, what you been up to? You got an acting gig? Something's going on? What's going on, bro? I need a signature. Let me get a poster. Get a signature, some shit.
Oh man, I've been knee deep in it. I'm only about 30,000 words into a 180,000 word manuscript that I need to get done by summer. I booked a video game. Probably shouldn't say what it is yet, but
don't get in trouble. Don't get in trouble.
Yeah, I was originally booked for it, and then they canceled it because they decided to go with actors down in LA, which is ironic because I'm from LA, but I'm based in Vancouver. And then something happened, and now we're booked again.
So you coming to
LA?
LA?
It's my
You're doing it in LA if it happens?
No, I'm doing it up here.
Oh, okay, all right.
I'm gonna do it up here. I think it might have to do with the strike because right now there's all of the unions are renegotiating, so there's a strike, writer's strike, and some other stuff going on. So that might be why they decided to recast us up here. But in any event, I'm excited about that because it's my first actual video game voice job.
Man,
so. He's doing The Last of Us 3. He's doing The Last of Us 3.
Don't say anything.
he's doing Jack and Daxter.
That'd be nice. But...
He's doing Jack and Daxter. That's it.
No, don't say anything. Don't say anything. Let the hope alive.
Yeah, man. That's gonna be great, man. Can't wait till you be able to talk about it. You know what I'm saying? Oh, that's good. What's up? All right, it's good to you, man. Glad everything's going good. All right, Extreme.
Thanks, man.
So how's your winter? How's your winter in Australia? Right, that's what y'all going through, right?
I think it's like autumn. I don't know these things. Who knows? It's March. That's what I know. All right, listen, guys. I just got new bicycle wheels. She's looking sexy. Oof, loving it. Also on the video game front, we got a lot of PlayStation indie support, which I was told was a thing that was not happening. But Chia, it has just come out. I'm letting it have a few patches before I jump in there, but I've been playing, Death's Door and Hades, loving those two. And just been chilling. So, always good to come here and talk about it. But cycling's where it is. So there it is.
Get your workout. All right. And
absolutely facts.
And last but not least, part of the dynamic duo, Persona was just here, but the head honchos of the best PlayStation podcast every Saturday. What's going on, Jaybari?
Yo, P-Rock, man, you keep putting this target on our back.
Nah, that's it. Hey, I'm hyping. People come to me. Hey, yo, Porterac, I heard you were a great PlayStation podcast. I'm like, no. Tune in Saturdays, 11 a.m. Eastern. There, you're gonna hear the best PlayStation podcast. You understand what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Gotta give homage. You gotta give props. You know what I'm saying? But let them know where the people can find you. And access the amazing content that you guys do.
Yeah, man. So good show, guys. It was typical 60 frames on lag. I'm a little heated, but we cooled down a little bit. You know what I mean? But overall, at the end of the day, it's all respect, man. I mean, it's all cool with me. I don't have no personal beefs with anybody. I think everybody's cool here. But yeah, you can find me Jaybari _ on Twitter, Jaybari on YouTube. And yeah, me and Persona, we do a PlayStation podcast called What's Up PlayStation Podcast every Saturday at 11 a.m. Eastern Time. You know what I mean? This is a PlayStation centric podcast. You're not going to hear no Xbox or Nintendo, talk there. What's up PC.
Well, that's going to be, y'all better copyright that.
Man.
Y'all better copyright that.
Yes, sir.
It should be called What's Up PlayStation 5 and PC in unison.
Yo, facts.
Full title.
The chat's crazy.
One of the titles got to be that one day.
The chat is
ruthless.
ruthless.
Man, it was a fun show. But yeah, your boy's tired. Got work in the morning.
Right.
Well, I mean, I got work every day, but
you gotta drive this time. You can't stay in your jammies. You know what I'm saying?
Yo, fact. That's what I did all day today, bro. I was just in bed all day today. And then
I ain't gonna lie, man. After I retired from the military, I'm trying to telework. I ain't trying to get out the house. I just want to get out from the bedroom and walk in the man cave and just log on.
After COVID, anybody trying to leave the crib.
I ain't trying to be bothered with nobody.
We buy all these electronics. We buy all these gaming chairs and massage chairs. Well, I know I do. I
get high-speed internet
I'm
for
addicted,
nothing.
Man.
We ain't got high-speed internet for Netflix. We trying to work
Working
at
from
home.
home is where it's at.
That's what I'm saying.
I was snowed in. I was snowed in for like 5 days up here in a suburb because we got record snow. And man, if ever there was a time I wish I was making all of my money from home, it was that week.
Oh wow, that's it, man. Oh man. So shout out, so I want to say when JD coming, he ain't playing around. JD said, here we go. Where we at? He said. JD Gaming receipts exist, fellas. Never forget that. Who you talking to? I'm King Receipt here. You know what I'm saying? I brought the receipt game to the game. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, why does he come on the podcast?
Okay, you know what?
JD,
you know what? I told him.
Xbox gamer?
Yeah. Oh, you have no idea.
Why all Xbox gamers have like this infatuation with like dragons? Like I noticed that, man. Like
he said with dragons. Bend the knee. They think they're Targaryens and shit. What else he said? Sony done messed up around. Now they're gonna find out. I don't know. As long as we keep getting these games, they can figure that out. And again, JD Gamer, I appreciate the super chat, my man. Yo, we gotta get you on a podcast. You know what I'm saying? And to hear you speak your mind.
It costs less.
You know what I'm saying? There was a time we all played on NES early on same tactics were used. If you don't know what those tactics were, get educated. Sounds like y'all lacking. What the hell are you talking about? Boy, you do not want to go knowledge for knowledge for me. Don't make me come out of retirement. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, appreciate it, man.
I've been playing since Pong, man.
You know what I'm saying? Come on. Now you think we don't know that with Nintendo's tactic of keeping games away from Sega? Know about that, man. Come on, stop it.
Dude, I remember the cover of the magazine that showed Sonic and Mario shaking. Sonic and Mega Man shaking hands, and it said, "What is it? Sega and Capcom come out fighting together." And that was the first time you saw Capcom
support Genesis. That was
making games for the Genesis,
and that's where you got Strider.
We are very aware of the attack of Nintendo doing exclusives, and that's why we tripping out when folks villainize exclusives, because it's been happening all the way since the 8-bit era.
Facts. But anyway, to the chat, to the channel members, I hope you enjoyed the show. It was a great show today. Thank you so much to the panel members, my brothers. Thank you for coming through. Call me Jay, stopping by for a quick persona. He had to throw in his 2 cents and then get back to Octopath Traveler, making it spicy. But I see you guys next week. Thank you so much. If you're new to the channel, hit the like button, subscribe, tune in. See you guys next week, Tuesday, 8:30 p.m. JD Gamer got one more shot, he says. JD Gamer, what tactic did Sony use to get to the top and stay there? Simple. They got games. They got goddamn games. There you go. There's the secret. There's the answer. This is your only friend, these YouTube streets, PorterRock77, and we're out of here. Peace.